have lost. Shit.
Problem solved. Little silly sound card thingy was like, eh, I can't find my license. Well, did you look in your other pocket? It did, and there it was. Many surprises were had that day. Anybody else get that weird thing when you know you're like carrying your bank card or you're carrying the money for the thing you're gonna purchase, and you know it's in your pocket, but you keep religiously checking your pocket like every 30 seconds as if to reassure yourself that you haven't somehow managed to waylay the thing in your pocket? That's a weird thing. Deans, a wizard is never late nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. That is true. Do you think Gandalf ever used that line on someone whilst they were, procrastinating, or just even, do you think that would be a good... No, I don't know. No, I've decided not to go down this line of reasoning. And Blaystone, where's the Witcher streams, you Swede? Delayed indefinitely. Still probably this month, but god damn it, I really need to get started before February too, because February's got like, what, Monster Hunter Wilds, Civilization 7, Kingdom Come Crusader 2? I don't think that's the title. It's got like 3 or 4 titles in it. God. Who decided to load all of the games in February? Can't we save this until, summer, like normal human beings instead of now? Fuck. Anyways, I also want to start playing Ultimate General Civil War again. I know, that's another title that has nothing to do with anything new or interesting that's coming out, but I really want to play that game again now, because I just finished watching Glory and Gettysburg and Gods and Generals, and God, I want one of those games now. It was such a good game. Yeah, the balance was atrocious, but still, it's one of very few games that actually does that era of fighting with any degree of competency. Oh, that's right, Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. I need to play that one too, but, luckily I'll probably only get like 1 or 2 streams out of that one, so, yeah, that's something. Anyways, hello. The Empire has decided to get itself embroiled in, I don't know what, something up here, so I've come to the conclusion that this is the perfect opportunity to take what I need from this tiny little island nation down here. Enemy allies, most of whom will tell them to go fuck themselves. Perfect. Confirm. Go to war. And then, of course, finally there's The Witcher, which is going to be one of those video games where I don't even know where to begin. It's like, where do one even start? Well, somewhere, probably. Speaking of starting, you should probably go over there and kill that. We have once again expanded our armies, which I do quite like. I like having more stuff. Oh, wait. Am I already sending you to deal with that? I already am. Oh. How forward-thinking of me. Alright. I don't know exactly who the fuck I'm actually fighting here, but I'll find out as we go, won't we? I need to save up another like 2,000 bucks because I am building a castle by the sea. Popular religion. Corvuria gets campaign against syncretism. What is syncretism? Religions actually taught and defended by the clergy and actual faith of the people in provinces. Most of the time, the differences are small enough that clergy choose to ignore them, to instead focus on reinforcing the orthodox spirituality of the people. Yeah, missionary strength. Screw it. We'll worry about orthodoxy later, once we've converted most of the country back to the true religion again. Now, go kill the poor people on that island. They've been remaining independent for far too long, and it's time to purge their ethnic minorities from the land once again. Speaking of, who am I fighting exactly? Uvdal Tugur? Lovely. I think there's other guys up here somewhere. Apparently not. I wonder, is there oh, there's a relation map mode somewhere, isn't there? Alright, screw the development one. Relations? Religious, unrest, government types, several types, status in dynasties, revolution, parliamentary seats, military... Is parliamentary scat? No. No, surely not. Rivals? No. Great powers? No. Trade, development, buildings, manpower, autonomy, colony, institutions, shade value, loot, devastation, piracy, raising? None of these make any point. It would be useful to have a, hey, who doesn't like you and you're currently at war with them right now button. Damn it. I mean, I guess relations sorta kinda work, but... Only kinda, and not really. Upset. Upset by that. Upset by that. Tremendously upset by that. Oh well, we'll do it the hard way. Oh no, those are my allies. I'm not at war with those. That's silly. Right, I'm at war with a whole lot of weird little silly nations somewhere. Diplomatic button mode. Diplomatic button mode? Diplomatic. Dynasties? Diplomatic. Am I at war with you? I am! Okay, that sort of kind of works. Thank you, chat. That sort of kind of works. Can't forever, hey Arch, seeing today's video and the commenters' demands, I hereby want to start a Lum Lum at Art singing the internet is for porn duet fund. I don't think there's enough money in the world to convince Art to sing anything, honestly. I'm not at all sure that that amount of dollars exists. I am not certain, by any stretch of the imagination, that such funding is even possible. Much less so readily available to anyone. Right, well if there's bad guys over there, I guess we'll just wait for our allies to come up and help us kill all of them. Though, I did like that video was well received, because, I don't know, you never quite know, do you? I've been quite happy with the appearance that most people appear to have not been particularly happy with the little I don't know how to put them. The little kind of like indications of light censorship that we have been seeing, like, begin to sneak their way in a little bit again. Most people seem to have been rather distraught by the possibility of that happening, so I'm very happy that the majority appear to be the side of non-censorship. The majority appears to have learned a lesson or two from the preceding decades of the left running roughshod over any and all liberties and powers that we've once had. Very happy to see it. Very happy to see it indeed. I saw as well that Melanie Mack had put out a video today, in fact, discussing this topic. I'm debating whether or not I should look at it and respond to it. Because the thing is, I don't really have any beef with Melanie Mack at all. The only thing is that she's kind of become the sort of face of the opposition in this question, I guess, without even really assuming that much of an antagonistic position as far as I can tell, but I feel like it's almost... Wait, what happened now? Wait, did you attack my lightship fleet? You did, you filthy little shit. I didn't even see that. Right, is there enough of you to attack that? I don't know about that. I should probably set it so it pop-ups when, you know, a navy of mine is under assault, because that could be really, really useful. It feels antagonistic, doesn't it? I don't know, I'll do a poll. I think I've misspelled her name now, but that's normal. I'm dyslexic. Okay, there you go. Let's hear what chat has to say. No, because I feel like it feels drama-mongery. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly anal about it. Speaking of anal, I fucking love my new little dwarf pets. Look at them. Look at them siege. Like, holy shit, I love them. It's mildly absurd how quickly they take care of literally any wall whatsoever. And, I mean, they're fucking dwarves with cannons, so it's not exactly necessarily weird that they are... Look at that! They fucking sieged that castle down in like 3 fucking months! Holy shit! I mean, they are dwarves, so I'm sure they have, like, every innate bonus to sieging fortresses ever dreamt of by humankind, but fucking shit! That is so ridiculously fast. Fear not, during her reign, Zira, the warrior princess, I has by both word and action proven her ambition as a conqueror. I has by both word and action, huh? Admired by troops, an impromptu visit to an army encampment is now instilled the glorious dream of victory in the hearts of our soldiers. Siege ability. Because siege ability is good. Like, the little dwarves. Minus 14. Then they sit there for around about a month or so. And they've already breached the walls, and it's 7%. Speaking of, are you in repair? Not quite yet. Another month, 28%. Like, good God. The dwarves feel almost a little bit too ridiculous. I don't even know if they actually have some sort of racial bonuses to sieging. I just see them siege a fortress down in like 3 to 4 months on average, and I just assume pretty much. Oh, hi. I didn't expect you to be up there. I don't know why. I don't even know who you are or why you're here, but I suppose I should send somebody to deal with you. You repaired, by the way? No, not quite, but you're getting there. 4 months later, and they've sieged down another fortress. God, Jesus Christ, the fucking dwarves. They are something. Right, now you can go out there and besiege that. Des Vaults! I suppose, yes, we should just... We should go down there and just pillage all of the countryside. Again, I need the money. Need the money kinda badly. Oh. Hi there, I mean... This is looking fairly advantageous for me. You'd think. Although the naval battles is clearly not the strong point of my faction here, as somehow they're losing to a way smaller fleet, and they are losing incredibly badly too. Jesus. Right, well, that sunk basically my entire navy with absolutely zero casualties for the massively outnumbered enemy. I feel as if this mod boosts the capabilities of generals just a little bit too much, honestly. Like, holy fucking shit. Yeah, well, I had boats. I no longer have boats. It turns out that the enemy commander is just about a bajillion times better than yours. To be fair, there is historical precedence for such actions. Hi. 21,000 fucking peasant rebels. Trafalgar was kind of that, although the British also had better ships, to be fair. And the French were kind of just shit at the whole naval thing in general. And then there was that ginormous fucking Spanish ship. The huge one, the most guns like ever created on a boat ship. Surely I could just sneak out there, maybe help. Oh. Apparently my friends helped me sink that. Good. What's the name of that boat? The highest amount of guns ever put to sea was a Spanish warship. The, was it the Santissimo Trinidad? Was that it? The Santissimo Trinidad? That is the word, that is the name that springs to my, mind. Did I just leave the other 11,000 just standing there? I did. Ridiculous amount of cannons. But unfortunately, the Spaniards didn't think to actually make a boat that was, you know, seaworthy. And so, it did not work out for them as well as they thought it would be. It's just kind of how it works. Even if you have a bajillion cannons, if you can never actually get those bajillion cannons pointed towards the enemy, then it doesn't really help. Oh well. They're the Spanish. The Spanish had like a mini empire at one point for like 5 minutes before fucking it all up and ruining everything, so... Did you manage to, like, besiege that? Apparently not. Fuck the heretics. Santissima Trinidad, not Santissimo. No, it's Santissimo now. I don't care about fucking Spanish pronunciations. Oh, damn, 25,000. Right. They're actually constructing something that resembles an army, so I should put more dudes down there. The Santissimo Trinidad. It sounds more Spanish than the Spanish name for it. Honestly, I like that better. Santissimo. Santissimo. Kind of like fortissimo, you know? I like it. It's a better word for it. And if I have to rename it to make it like that, then that is what we shall do. Simple as. Right, you are in mountains. Oh boy.
I have lost.
Alright, I'll park an army down there in the Highlands. They should be able to keep it bottled up. And I don't really want to attack it if I can help it. Just keep looting the countryside for now, and they're gonna have to surrender soon anyways, these little shits. Unhappiness amongst the peasantry. Well, who the fuck gives a shit? 389 crowns, Jesus. You know what, actually, no, here, have the ridiculous cost that you were asking for, because it's probably going to cost me less than a stability drop in the long term anyways. I shouldn't have done that. The moment I give them an inch, now the fucking furries are crumbling for rights again. No! The furries have all the rights that they deserve. Being hunted in public. For the fun and engagement of the rest of the populace. I see no particular reason why any further rights should be extended to the harpy population. Didn't they kidnap one of my advisors not that long ago? I see no reason why we should treat the Harpies with anything but fucking disdain. Seriously, I do not. Now, how did you spread thing again? Yep. Spread. Printing press. I wish there was a button that was just like, oh, hey, this highly beneficial thing is coming in. Just, you know, just spread it everywhere you can, I guess. That'd be nice. Instead of, you know, going, area by area. That'd be kind of cool. Reverend Norse, I think you should do it. Mac is far from the most hardline on the Christian right who can be dismissed based on extremism. She's more middle of the spectrum. And while she goes at it from religion, a lot of the standards like Sagaruni guys agree with her or are close to her position. That is true, but I think the Sagarunian position on pornography is more just purely an instinctually moral one, more so than anything else. Certainly not a religious one. As there is a valuable argument to be made that one should be arguing more from moral standards than we have previously. It's just that in this case, I disagree with the moral standard. Are you? No, you're not. I don't think you are. Are you? No, you're not. In this case, I vehemently disagree with the moral standard, and that this moral standard will then inevitably be weaponized by the opposition simply to push yet another narrative or point of view. Once we begin to censor this, well, as they say, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Oh, we're just gonna censor this one thing. It's not, you know, no, we're not gonna censor a lot of things. It's just this. We find this morally objectionable, and I mean, look at it, and they bring up a clip of a monkey fucking a woman, and you're like, yes, it's a bit much. So, we're just gonna ban this thing, because why not, right? And everybody's gonna agree. But then, the moment that happens, everybody else is going to look at that and go like, hold on. So we can ban things. Yeah, but it was just supposed to be that one thing. Yeah, but now you've set the standard. The standard is, my morality finds this objectionable, therefore I'm going to remove it. Well, my morality finds this objectionable, so I'm going to remove that. And at that point, what is your objection? Well, you don't have a moral one. You don't even have a rational one. All you have is, well, I did this thing because I didn't agree with it. And that is not an argument that is going to fly for the masses. Administrative, thank you very much. What's my cap on this again? 1,498. Okay, so I'm basically at my cap. I really don't want to buy a looser square for that amount. Let's just level up some manpower instead. That's probably honestly a more reasonable use of it overall. Because again, politics is the 2% arguing over the 98. And the moment that one part gets too much in power and starts asserting too much of their own dominance, God, and the notifications still like super, oh god, it's because I muted them on one side, and now that I've muted them on one side, they've like muted them on all of the other sides, because fucking reasons, didn't you? Didn't you, you goddamn piece of shit. There. And now the left can make the same argument. It's the point I made in the porn video I just released today. the right started to think that it was in such a degree of power and authority over the left that it could start doing stupid shit, like releasing a Times Magazine article on cyber porn. And this made them out to look ridiculous, and everybody leapt on them, and they wasted tremendous amounts of political capital by looking fucking retarded whilst fighting an enemy that there's no way they could actually defeat. Which, of course, handed all of the keys of power over to the far left, who then went like, oh, hey, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Like, there is no reason why we have to repeat the errors of our fucking enemy at every step of the way. We can break this circle. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's surprisingly simple, actually. All you need to do is not pick up your enemy's gun and shoot yourself with it. Norse, of course, Argon is not too religious, but they are in the same camp, hence why the new right has such a strong voice in this right now anti-porn alliance. Oh damn, we are converting people at a rapid clip right now. I am liking it. Keep doing that. Do I want to spend the diplomatic power on that? I kinda do and I kinda don't. Enables Brig. Oh, hi there. I was about to say, that's a new and interesting little icon right there. Enemy invasion. 70 fucking 2 boats. I keep thinking I have a decent-sized navy, and then the game is just like, no. I hope that's a fortress. It is, thank God. Okay. Otherwise, my little navy of 26 boats would be forced out into their 76 boats, and all of them would sink, and I would be upset, because that is still quite a bit of fucking cash that I've invested into that. Right. Where exactly is it you're going to go? You're going to trap yourself on the coast. I don't mind. If that's what you desire, that is what you shall get. Pew-pews. This is exactly what I'm talking about. How about shooting yourself with your enemy's gun? A naval invasion might seem cute and quirky, but if you've got no way of actually backing up aforementioned naval invasion, then it is significantly less cute and quirky once you're stuck in a peninsula about to be executed by mass firing squads. Right, I have raided every single piece of gold conceivable from that area, but I have yet to steal all of the money from this area. Or from this area. Take from them everything, leave them nothing. Now, why would you go and do that? Now I'm actually gonna have to go there and siege that back down again for some reason. How the fuck did they even see me coming from that far away? That's a gift. Right, 60%, and it should also be increasing, so... we just lean on back, continue to steal all of their stuff, and wait for them to surrender. A peace offer from Vern. Oh, hello, Vern. Have you come to give me something? What are you offering? Vern will be pillaged by Corvuria. I think I've already pillaged most of you, honestly, if the burning farms as far as the eye can see is any indication. Vern will force to give Corvuria 10% of the income each month to pay for war reparations. 1,140 crowns to Corvuria. Jesus! Wow. Thanks. Yeah, no, I'll take that. Jesus. And who says war doesn't pay? Fuck. Yeah, no, the whole narrative that warfare is not incredibly profitable, that's a very modern day narrative, okay? That's a very silly modern day narrative, like, oh, crime doesn't pay. It does if I get away with it. It absolutely 100% does if I get away with it. And guess what? I got away with it. Now, speaking of getting away with it, it's probably time to use some of that money to rebuild all of the boats I got sunked. Sunkeded. And more big boats. At some point, I will have enough boats to actually win a naval war. One fucking hopes. The Revillian Society, I remember you. You keep spreading stuff, which I love, but you also keep pissing off people and spreading unrest, that I don't like. -1 missionary strength. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Yeah, I can find somewhere else to congregate. As we push the problem one step further down the hill, hoping that it will just simply just kind of disappear. Unconditional surrender. Why, thank you. Lovely. Now, you're just gonna give me your land and your money. Perfect. And there you see. Crime does indeed pay. War crimes in particular pays off very, very well. As that old commercial once taught me, yes, I would steal a car, if I could. I would download that car in a millisecond, but unfortunately, it is significantly harder than stealing cars than stealing torrents. Tragic though that may be. A Primarch, it was the Swedes with a giant warship, the Vasa. That was another one. The Vasa, see, the Santissimo Trinidad, at least, floated for a bit, whereas the Vasa sunk pretty much right out of port, because they'd fucked over the ballast on it, I seem to remember. Right. Goodbye, money. I must spend you on a big project. And we shall use 10,000 manpower to boost it. Another 10,000 manpower to boost it.
You ignorant slut.
Another 10,000 manpower to boost it. Another 10,000 manpower to boost it. There we go. We've thrown 40,000 men at building this ginormous fortress, and so it'll be done tomorrow. I don't know if that's actually how anything works, but it does so in the game, so who fucking cares? Foreign quarters. We should encourage foreign communities to grow instead. I don't fucking know about that, but in-game it's nothing but positive benefits, so we're gonna accept it, even though in reality, here's a little bit of a favor for soldiers. Let's give them favors. Who are you? I like you. You can have 1,000 dudes. Why not? In reality, courting foreign enclaves to begin making little mini-nations inside of your country is actually a really fucking bad idea, but in Europa Universalis, that's apparently is a great idea, so there we go. Deans, war is very profitable, especially modern warfare. Indeed, for a handful of people, mind you, not for nations at large anymore. But even that is largely because countries stopped pillaging one another. I mean, imagine the amount of oil resources America could have gotten out of Iraq if they'd actually done it properly. Instead of being like, oh, we're gonna give private contractors the ability to do this. No. Nationalize that shit. You fought a war for it. It's yours now. Seriously, that's what I would have done. Invade Iraq, take all of their oil resources, and just go like, okay, Iraq, all of your profits from oil for the next, 35 years, is gonna go 100% into the American tax coffer. There you go. Why not? You fucking won the war. With our control of the mainland established, all that is left is to make the maritime city of Naval bend the knee. The end of this pathetic state has arrived. And now, we just gotta integrate the damn thing. Already working on making changes to its culture, am I? Oh, I guess that was the event. 1606. Oh, boy, that's gonna take a while. It's gonna fucking take a while. Alright, fine, well. Such is life. The Real Zartax, missed beginning of stream. Rip, here's to the Indian Wolf playthrough. Make sure to read the missions that playthrough or you will brick it. No. I refuse. I mean, that's how they built the pyramids, IRL. Sort of, but not in a day. Oh, I'll make grain instead of diamond? That's kind of boring. But that is largely how they managed to make the dinosaurs? Where the fuck did my brain go for dinosaurs? It's like, yes, that's how they made the dinosaurs, with lots of dudes. Sometimes I genuinely don't know what the fuck my head is on about. That is one of those moments. But yes, that is how they made the pyramids, with a fuck ton of dudes. That is true. And I love the fucking nonsense that we have current year as well, where there's people who actually look at the pyramids and go like, wow, bro, even with modern equipment, there's no way we could make anything like that. Like, are you fucking retarded? Are you actually legitimately, unironically retarded? It's a pile of stones! Don't get me wrong, it's a large pile of stones, but it's a pile of stones! Of course we could fucking make that today. God, help me. It's like, but he's got, like, internal chambers. Wow, we need to pile the rocks slightly differently at certain elevations. No, there's no way we could possibly do that with a fucking crane. As if the lift itself is somehow a construction debuff. It's like, no, you used a crane. You clearly can't manage to staple rocks on top of each other. We built the fucking Notre Dame with wooden cranes, powered by dudes in a hamster wheel, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, the money expenditure. No, you don't get $1 billion fucking bucks for hunting down a dude in my territory. Stop it. Cease your silly asking. I can't do that because they're doing the whole culture thingy. What was I doing? There was something I was thinking about doing, then I kind of forgot about what that thing I was doing was. Oh right, edicts, yes. No edict. No edict, there. And the rest will go to spreading the printing press through the land. I should probably just save up the money for the rest of it, honestly. Right, new advisor. I mean, at least I got the money to replace his ass. Stability cost modifier plus minus 10%, that's fucking useless. All power cost, that's sort of nice, but... National unrest, too, would be sort of kind of nice, but I don't actually think there's too much unrest in my country right now. Yeah, pretty fine. Sure, the South is still a little bit upset that I conquered it, but so the fuck what? But I would kinda like to keep that 3 administrative skills, so yearly prestige +1 it is. Right, military administration, forced marches, soldiers' household, manpower in case 750, that's pretty fucking swell. But I'm probably better off spending that on an idea, especially if that will give me a second missionary, which will allow me to hurry up the conversion of the heathen fuckhole populace. Could also buy the loser square, but I still feel like the loser square is kind of a waste of a lot of military points. Spend another like 200 military power on just more dudes. Alakazam, more men will be available in this province from now on. Let's actually just dump everything into that and try to get that big boost to missionary strength, shall we? That seems like it's more intelligent. Vales Artax, did you fix your game and get blood caught? I did. Adventure power. I did fix that. I just restarted it and fixed that. So everything is back to good times now. Support their independence. Who the fuck are you? I mean, you're elves. And you're vassals of Salafalagorn. I am a little bit upset by the fact that there are elves at my borders, but...
Service guarantees citizenship.
That would reduce their power by quite a bit. Yeah, sure, why not? Also, we have the enthralled electors thingy, which I don't know if I should pop now. Sure, why not? Alright, what's my next thing? Integrate Nathalaria, yep, which I'm working on now. I didn't actually get all of the stuff. Complete understanding of Natalia, and then secure the southern flank. Right, okay. So most of my expansions to the south are now completed. The Path of Raven March. And lots of conquests up here. Very well, but I did just spend a lot of manpower on building a very large house, so I should probably let that rest for a moment or two until my manpower has recovered a little bit more. Elven minorities grow. No. A flickering candle. Love is a flame. At times it's warm and comforting, at others violent and destructive. Can be contained, bottled up, or allowed to grow until it's all-consuming. That's an unnerving start to a message. The comparison of love and fire is not a new concept, but the poetry of the Cardasti has particular penchants for comparing the two. A Cardasti love ballad without at least some mention of kindling, ashes, furnace, or other blazing metaphor is barely a ballad at all, at least among the more traditionally minded bards. Were one of those bards to write a song of the events of recent days, the metaphor of choice would be a flickering candle, a small flame upon a small candle upon a table coated in finery, and the threat of smothering at any moment. A Corvuri noble, desperately in love with Cardesti youth, a requited love, despite the two knowing each other for barely a week. Like all good love stories, it is not without drama. The Cardesti, through no fault of their own, cursed to ever wander, and the Corvuri noble willing to give up their inheritance to follow. And that noble lover's family who refuses to see their family name sullied, their inheritance muddied, their scion abandoned them. This sputtering candle of love finds itself in Xena, the warrior princess's first hand. The lovers positioned for their sovereign's blessing. How is it this ballad shall end? Is there some way I could cuckold them both? A moral tale, a lover stew. Really? You'll raise 19 fucking regiments to fight me over this? I mean, okay, fair enough. Yeah, sending your daughter with her inheritance intact is a little bit too much. I mean, I kind of get it. That's weird. Nah, fuck him. Wait, tell him. What I was gonna tell her? Why would the nobles rise up over that? I am confused. It's like, oh my god, you did what we asked you to do. Rabble, 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 rabble. You know what? At that point, fuck you. Screw you. I'm gonna kill all of you instead. There. Thank you for telling me where you were gonna revolt, by the way. That helped out a lot. There. Fuck you. Very much. I would have let you go, but you don't get to threaten me with that we're going to revolt unless you let us fuck. Like, no. Now I'm going to dedicate the full force of the fucking state at large to screw you over. Now you can settle down, because I'm going to have loads and loads and loads of extra missionary strength, so that's fine. I will bring the entire might of the state apparatus down upon you and lock you in a chastity belt as unbreakable as the US fucking tax code. Speaking of the tax code, I now have a much higher naval force limit. Yay! Real Sartax, if you want to dump military power, you can spam generals. Each higher general gives you 1% professionalism, and you can fire worse ones. Oh, can I now? That's not a bad idea. Reform, prestige, administrative power... yeah, army military tradition, thank you. Ah, there you go. Now that my preachers finally give a shit about what they're doing, they're actually preaching properly. There. Start converting. Trolls proclaim Xena the Warrior's Quintess's pack leader. Ha! I am queen, exactly. I don't need your weird, filthy, trollish nonsense. What's wrong with you? Now let's get that. Vassal force limit 100% will be really, really fucking swell. 22.3%. Jesus, that's a lot. The Lusus Square is still available. I mean, I already got lots of good generals. Golly, right, you're kind of worse. You're kind of ass. And those are really good. Right. This might be a little bit too autistic. Those are some pretty goddamn good generals I got there. And you're slightly worse than your alternatives. Right, everybody got a leader? You've got a leader, you got a leader. There we are. And begin your drilling, of course. Let's keep that army nice and professional whilst we wait for the manpower to recover. Too few rivals, gosh. Go weed. I don't know who you are, but you appear to hate me, so very well. Some of your provinces lack cores. I know. But there's nothing I can do about that whilst I am converting their... Goddamn. Do I need to do that? Do I have to do that? Do I have to? Because that's going to take for fucking ever. Has own a culture, has own a religion. Yes. Yes, I do. I need to get their culture. Okay. Right, that is going to take about a bajillion zillion years, but we'll get there eventually. Oh, that was another thing. God damn, stop dying, traders. Right, I am earning... Actually, I'm not earning as much money as I thought I would. Just a simple one, then. May refill garrisons. Dostan Kastanan was certainly one of the foremost philosophers of our time. Administrative power, then. You can philosophize on how to run the nation better. God fucking... They are dying quick, aren't they? I'm trying to build up enough money so that I can start fucking the next reform project, goddammit. Stop dying. Have dock. Dock or a dry dock. That I can do. There you are. And now that you are all happy-dappy, I am going to seize your land, and then I'm going to sell them back to you for $1,000. And now I can embrace the tradition for 1,533. That's a lot. That's a real fucking humongous amount of monies. Right, my army of Karaks. Rebase yourself over there and mothball yourselves. Actually, hold on a second. Right, 34 boats, 15 galleys, 19 Karaks. It's a pretty decent force, but still, we've got quite a bit left to go. Right. More. I will be a naval power. Even if it kills me. I had this random shower thought the other day, which I'd like to... Let's see... Right, 73% yes on the Melanie Mac thing. Okay. I might do that then. I had a random shower thought the other day, which I'd like to get some chat feedback on. So, you know how 40k is becoming less and less grimdark? Like, I don't think that's a controversial statement anymore. I think it's become... frankly, rather blindingly obvious that 40k is becoming drastically less grimdark these days. That it's beginning to focus more on... I don't know if necessarily know if I want to go quite so far as to calling it just full-on, like, hope-punky nonsense just yet, but kind of yes. Like... It's clearly deviating very, very far from what it was its original roots. I mean, Sestrendades. Do I have? Yes, Alliance. The very fact that we've got Primarchs returning now is a big indicator of this. You guys, we're going to put you on permanent garrison duty over there to smash down any would-be revolt that threatens our ability to convert their culture. The fact that Primarchs are returning, the entire Indomitus Crusade, which you all know I fucking hate, because it opens up so many holes in the plot, in my opinion, because now you've got a Primarch, Guilliman of all Primarchs, leading a legion-sized formation, cutting a swath through the galaxy. I mean, canonically, nothing can stop that. Like, canonically, there is no fucking way anything stands in the way of that for more than about 5 milli-instances. I mean, even during the heyday of the Crusade, during the reunification era, there were major empires of various alien or otherwise humanoid powers that had technology vastly superior to the Imperium at that point in time. A dull thump outside awakens them. The sanctuary door opened to the outside world. A black-clad hooded figure enters the room. Jesus. %20 chance they haven't come to the final nail half 7 days. A hunter slain. 80% chance of a hunter slain. %90 chance. Loses 1 diplomacy. I mean, come on, 80% chance. 80% chance. There we go. Yeah, look at that. I'm still amazed that I haven't placed more guards outside of my sleeping chamber, honestly. You really would think that if there was any place that a vampire in charge of an entire country would guard well, it'd be where they slept. Is this growing more expensive as time goes on? No, it isn't. 62. No, it's growing cheaper. Okay, good. That's what I thought. The fact that there's now like proper treaties between the Eldar and the Imperium with Ivrain and all of that. The fact that Ivrain is even a thing, that she returns now. It's like, hey, I'm the herald of like the Eldar god of fucking death and shit, and I can start saving our souls. That, too, is a massive turn towards it. The fact that the Black Templars will look at an Eldar going like, hey, could you help me? And just nodding their heads like, oh, yeah, sure. Of course we'll help you reach Guilliman, dark little Eldar chick. Why wouldn't we? What, you think we're, like, xenophobic or something just because we're Dark Templars? Of course not. We're surprisingly welcoming of other alien species. Yeah, that caught me by surprise too. Especially when there's so many other chapters they could have used in the Gathering Storm. I mean, they could have just made it like, I don't know, salamanders. That would have made a lot more sense for the salamanders to be like, oh, hey, you're making a decent argument. Whereas the only argument the Black Templars really should entertain for even a nanosecond is, you appear to be a different species than me. Click, clack. These are text. Main emphasis awakening, so how can it not be hope punk at this point? Also, disbanding your entire fleet instead of upgrading it hurt me. Can you upgrade it? I didn't know. I'll remember that for next time. Maybe. I still don't want to buy the looser square because I feel like I'm so close to actually embracing this tradition. I want it to spread a little bit more. I should probably be using this money. Can I upgrade this one more time? That big old fucking castle of mine. Where is it? Where did I put the ginormous fucking castle? There it is. What's the cost of ginormous castle upgrade number 3? 5,000. Oh, fuck me. Jesus! Oh, that's a lot of money. But increases garrison size by 25% and naval force limit modifier by 20%. Like, that's a lot. That is a lot. Like, what is my garrison at right now? When did you see garrison again? 2,300. So I'm already having a significantly larger garrison than usual. I mean, $5,000 is a lot of fucking cash, but it's better than Boulderstone, which doesn't really give me much, honestly. Vampires loyalty equilibrium, monthly autonomy chains, like, meh, Shrug. I'll upgrade it when I'll get to it, but other than that, it's not really that interesting. Deans, GW created a new founding in the form of the Ultima Founding and then proceeded to do absolutely nothing with it. I mean, what else is new? Expensive edict. Cancel that. Right. Our manpower pool has sufficiently recovered. I should have turned off the whole, like, fortress upkeep thing. That would have been smart, but I didn't do that, so... Screw me, I suppose. We've got a whole hecking lot of people to start conquering up here now. The Path of a Raven March. Right. So, this and this... Hello there, massive wall. I didn't see you there. What the Jesus. There's a huge fucking wall up there. I didn't even know. Alright, who are you allied with? Kugudir. Unbeland. Kugudir. Hammerhome. And Ibavar. Okay. 36,000? I mean, you're not particularly dangerous. What about you? Ah, you're allied with little dwarfies. That's kind of cute. Leave the army of Agza Evran down there. And I guess we'll start with these guys. I can puppet them, can I? A Path of Raven March, set path for Foloise Casma. Provinces in the area currently owned by you or your non-tributary subjects. Non-tributary. Raven March is non-tributary, right? Because it's a march. So I can give all of this to Raven March, I think. Which would make sense, because that would give me an enormous fucking war doggy up north, which sounds pretty fucking amazing, honestly. That would give me an absolutely enormous war doggy, and I like the idea of having an absolutely enormous war doggy. Naval tradition scorned. Stop that. War doggy, war doggy. But it kind of then makes me think, what is Grimdark? What is Grimdark? What is the constitute part of Grimdark? What makes something Grimdark? And I kind of just came up with that Grimdark is, in essence, just that things suck, basically. Because the entire point of the Imperium being Grimdark was that it was an Imperium on the edge of destruction. It was not a healthy state entity. It wasn't doing well. It was besieged on every side by aliens, by monsters, by chaos cultists, by the dark gods, and so on and so on. That's why the Imperium was Grimdark. And half-elf citizen insults government. Arrest him and kill him. Why do you need to bring these silly decisions to me? Come on. Busila, custom, they can join the war. I don't think I'll need you, honestly. I'm pretty sure I can handle this tiny little place by myself. Alright, dispatch the siege army to the one and only stronghold they appear to actually have. Damn, these bitches did not fortify their frontier particularly well. I'm kind of disappointed. $22K. Well, if I just sit my ass down there, I'll be able to shoo them off nicely. Unless there are other armies waffling over here somewhere. Circulation of hostile publications? Yeah, it's just gonna happen. That's just gonna be the case. Now, loot and pillage their money. Yeah, that's not a lot of money. Ah, well. Expensive edict. Cancel it. And everything sucking is not necessarily that deep of a setting. See, that's kind of the conclusion I came to after a bit here. The Grimdark is the absence of hope in many cases, or at the very least, that there is just a little bit of hope. That there is enough hope for you to... Oh, hi. To want to hang on to it, but not so much that it appears promising, I suppose. Like, because you could obviously make up different interpretations of how much hope is too much, how much hope is too little. Like, because you can't have it, or can you actually, have it be completely hopeless, because that might scare people away, or make them disconnect, because everything is doomed anyways, why even care? Half-elven people. You know what, I like half-elves, they're probably pretty. I don't like how many different fronts this war is currently being waged on. It's going to make it annoyingly difficult to tell when I'm being attacked somewhere. Right, we took their fortress. And now we shall murder these guys with our superior terrain bonus. -1. Is that all they get? Well, still more than enough, it should be. Elves! How disgusting! And then we go smash that. And I came to the conclusion, this is kind of, it's a bit of a lazy trope, really, when you boil it down like that. It's, like, what is interesting about Grimdark? Well, what is interesting about Grimdark is, I would say, largely the mystery of it. Like, take Diablo, for example, right? One of the primary appeals for Diablo, as far as, like, I'm concerned, like in Diablo 1 in particular, is the mysteries. Like, you're waging war against the forces of hell. Like, okay. Like, there's gotta be a lot of cool shit in hell, like, right? There's gotta be lots of weird stuff down there. And indeed there is. Like, you run into the Butcher, and there's a whole bit of lore about how the Butcher attacked all of the King's men, and how they were slaughtered. And you're like, oh my god, how did that happen? He's got a room full of impaled people. I'm like, wow. And that is a Grimdark one that actually lives up to the hype, kind of, because when you do find him and he comes just rushing out at you the first time like fresh meat, that is a cool and shocking moment. It's like, wow, that was awesome. But far too often, the twist does not live up to the mystery that you have created in your own head. This is probably one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like the Gehenna storyline in the World of Darkness, because Gehenna was always this big, terrible vampire apocalypse thing, this giant, awful, monstrous, oh my god, the world's going to end scenario, off in the kind of middle distance. It threw, a pale over the entire setting as people speculated and wondered, like, oh my god, what would it be like? What would happen? Well, what happens if the antediluvians return? Like, would they just eat everybody? Or maybe they'll actually seek to rebuild their power structure? Because why would they just try to eat everybody? I mean, is that going to help them? Or are they going to be driven mad with thirst to the point where they can't actually control themselves and just go into a berserk rage? That would make kind of sense, right? And whenever these mysteries are revealed, they are virtually universally lesser than what you've come up with in your head. They become disappointing because they're not as visceral, or they're not the way you thought it would be, or because they're... Oh, hey, new heir. What's this one? The 5th heir or something I think I've had? I've had a lot of heirs over the years, and yet I'm still not dead. A lot of people are probably asking a lot of questions about that, but fortunately, I have been so aggressively, violent towards everyone who's asked the question so far that very few continue to pose that silly-willy question of, Xena, why aren't you dead yet? You're like 120 years old. And so you kind of end up in a situation where the best way to maintain it is to maintain the mystery, to never explore any deeper. And this kind of goes back to my argument that 40k should not advance its storyline, because it'll never be able to do it well enough, right? And it makes me think, is there a way to advance the storyline that would be good enough to the point where I would accept it? And I'm kind of not entirely sure. It's like, there's definitely ways to have done it better. Oh god, that was actually quite a lot of dudes. Can I win this? I mean, I do have a massive advantage in fire, but RNGesus is informing me that the enemy rolls dice a lot better than I do, unfortunately. Yep, RNGesus has indeed informed me that the AI rolls dice better than me. Okay, damn it. I hate the wars on many different fronts like these, because there's no way to keep a fucking adequate track of all of them. Warriors do not read books, don't they? I don't know about that. I think they do. An annoying little defeat. 20, 40,000, I mean... Oh, well, hold on there. Don't attack just yet. Now you can go. Fine, you outnumber them 2-1. This should not be that big of a problem, one should hope. Like, Abaddon. I would not have tried to redeem Abaddon, because Abaddon was beyond redemption. You had him fail 13 times. There's no fixing Abaddon's story. The best you could do, which they also did do, by the way, in the Horus Heresy books, was to redeem his character in a different setting. It was to go like, okay, yeah, no, Abaddon's a bit of a fucking loser, but he used to be cool. He used to be great in the past. That's the only way you could really redeem him. And even that's not really a redemption. It's more of like a, oh, you know, here's how we wish we'd done Abaddon. And hey, there's way to do good losers as well. That's the thing. Even if he's lost 13 Black Crusades, you should lean into that failure instead of trying to rectify it. What I would have done with Abaddon is I would have made him a Starscream instead. Somebody who, when they finally get the power they've been clamoring for all their life, fucks it up. And then realizes, like, oh, holy shit. Maybe I'm actually just bad at this whole leadership thing. Maybe I actually unironically suck at this. And then, of course, the old leader would come back, kick his ass, and reclaim the throne, basically as a way to proving to everyone else as well that it's not actually that easy. You know, Megatron, I'm pretty sure there was a storyline like this, I'm pretty sure, where Starscream got the leadership of the Decepticon, immediately started fucking up, and then Megatron came back and like, you goddamn retard, and then showed them how it was done. I don't know why you're up there, but you're about to get fucking butchered. Because that achieves two things. One, it allows Starscream, a fan-favorite character, to get what he wants for once, to do something cool and interesting and be the leader. And it also allows you to prove to everybody else that, you know, Megatron's job isn't actually that simple. It's It is difficult being the leader of a dysfunctioning band of fucking murder robots. Hello there, little elfies. You seem to have wandered yourself into my territory again.
Fire is the answer.
Please go back home now. God, I wish this game had Total War-like combat. Fuck, I want a good musket combat game so fucking bad. I can't tell you how bad I want a good musket combat game. I cannot verbally express to you how much I want that. The only thing I want more is a good pike and shot war game. That is the only thing I desire even more. I will never step down. Stop asking me. I'm somehow gonna lose that. Come on, come on. You outnumbered them so fucking badly. There you go. Oh, fuck all the elves. I can purchase another ability. Don't mind if I do. Am I hitting the cap again? 4,000. No. Alright, how much to embrace? 863. Right, I am warming to the cost now, but I'll wait until the war is over at least. And, see, that's kind of the problem though. Like, if all you have is the mystery, then you can't actually reveal the mystery. You can't actually advance the storyline because you're probably going to make the storyline worse. And this then speaks to a deeper problem, doesn't it? A larger malaise. And I think that malaise is that Grimdark is actually a fairly lazy setting. It's not particularly creative. In the same, like, we embraced Grimdark because every setting was hope punk. Like, every setting was good versus evil. And so we were like, oh god, I am so sick of the good guys bringing the ring to Mordor, or Superman kicking everybody's ass. I want something different. And we got something different. But I think it is in inverse exactly, if not even more lazy. Oh, did my little dwarfies get their fucking asses kicked somewhere? Maybe? Maybe? Possibly? God damn it. Did you? Did you, little dumb dwarfies?
I have lost.
Did you die somewhere? Damn it. Stupid little dwarfies. Anyways, capture a few more provinces and we can probably force them into an ignominious peace treaty, where they'll be very sad and forced to pay me lots and lots of money forevermore. Right, how about you? War reparations is always nice. I'd just like to take your money. I'd like to take all of your cash. Sure, why not? Do I have a claim on this? I'm gonna claim this. I do! Well. I wasn't aware of that, but I will take it. That's a bit much, is it? Why are you upset with me? 207. The opponent's current war score. Right, well, if you want me to take some more of your stuff, I'm actually happy to do that, because there's quite a bit more money here I can loot out of your provinces, so if you want this war to go on for a bit so I can secure some more booty, I am all too happy to oblige, of course. My dwarves did get their asses kicked somewhere, didn't they? They probably tried to attack these dwarves uphill somewhere and get fucking butchered. What about you? Could I? What's your peace treaty look like? Just give me your money and war reparations? Alright. Should probably have done that before I got my own dwarf allies butchered, but if they were dumb enough to wander up into the mountains and get killed in the terrain that they themselves know the best, well, then that's just them being a little bit fucking retarded now, isn't it? Right, I should read the Superchats on this subject now that I've wobbled on about it for long enough. Deans, I would say Grimdark is more so lack of hope rather than just things being bad. Things were pretty bad in Lord of the Rings, but there was always hope. I mean, yes, but like, how bad was it? The bad was less of a, I would argue, immediate bad, and more of a, oh shit, something could be bad. You know? Like, Gondor had, of course, suffered for quite a while, but for the majority of the time, the Mordor was something on the distance, and it was stopped by the Bastion of Men at Gondor, so it never really got to spread and do the really evil shit, you know? It never got to, sack the Shire, even though there was the Scourging of the Shire, which they unfortunately left out, and, well, unfortunately, like, I get why they did it, because at that point, the movie had been running for long enough, let's be fair here. But the Scourging of the Shire was a really, like, nice ending, I always thought. And I mean, they killed Sauron, so they couldn't really do it like that either. But I always thought the Scourging of the Shire was really nice. It was an opportunity to go big scale with the whole war against Mordor, and then end that with a quick little small scale conflict, you know, to kind of give you the big meal and then follow it up with a little dessert, you know? I always quite enjoy the Scourging of the Shire part. I thought it was quite neat. Wait. Is that not enough dudes to besiege this thing? Holy motherfucking shit. Level 5 fortress. Ouchies. Jesus, this is a nasty place. Do I want to suck up those casualties to besiege that? Kind of yes, honestly. Kind of yes. Right, where are these guys even coming from? Alright, burn some more of their stuff to pay me back for the casualties I'm gonna suffer from needing to besiege this place with like 40,000 fucking dudes. Kill the elves, they are dirty. Well, actually, they're not dirty. Elves are just meant for breeding, that's the thing. They are meant to be used as large-scale industrial sex pests. Sex pets. Not for, you know, nation building or any such nonsense like that. And Otakuman, are we breeding the half-elves? Of course! What else would we use them for? I mean, we've actively eradicated every other minority we've come across so far, and I can tell you this, the only reason why we're keeping the half-elves around is because they're pretty. There's no other reason. There's no other justifiable reason for why we would keep them around either. Right, boys, continue burning the countryside. There are still hamlets out there that haven't been ravaged by our victorious armies. Leave no hut standing. Fire them all.
Service guarantees citizenship.
We cannot allow so much as a single hostile to live unviolated, unabused. That is a weird province to enter. No, I will never step down. You asked me this like last year. The fuck? Hey, you're like really old now. Could you like not be the king anymore? Or queen in this case. No. Why would you even ask me that? Age draws suspicion. I think we're beyond suspicion now, okay? I think we're past that. I'm 154 years old and I look 22. I think we're beyond it drawing suspicion. We're not there anymore. At this point, you are going to your obviously vampire ruler and going, yeah, you're a bit old. You want to step down? Like, who the fuck has the sheer unadulterated cojones to do that? God, I don't know, I feel like, do I pay my advisors too much? Do I let them think they can get away with too much? Because it sure as hell fuck seems like they do think so. I need henchmen like in the movies who are always afraid of questioning the authority of their leaders. That's the kind of henchmen we need and want. Right, I have occupied even more of your country. Are you ready to give me everything I want now? All of your money, all of your money. There we go. All of your cash and that province. Perfect. There, another just peace.
Terrace is the question. Fire.
I know. You wanted to stay there and burn more houses, but we've got to go home now. It's in the peace treaty and everything. You have to leave. Fincano of 17 months. I think Grimdark is when you can allow for hope at a great personal sacrifice and effort. The villains have it easy, the heroes don't. That's actually a pretty good one. I like that one. Well, Zartax, my definition of Grimdark is that humanity is doomed that individuals can do little or nothing to stop it. The most extreme case is Cthulhu, and also that is a good one too, yeah, Cthulhu. Like when everything is literally just a dream, there is no stopping it because reality just isn't real. Yeah, no, that's pretty strident, shall we say. The Zartax, I mean, Emperor is awaking, so I can make a hot point at this point. Deans. Wait, have I? Did it scroll again? It did, didn't it? Noble Bright, as an opposite, is a world of heroes who can save the world through individual action. Yeah, I suppose that kind of works as well. Yeah, Noble Bright is where they can save the world through, like, just being heroes. Although I think I would say I would add in like a bit of like a middle ground in between those two, because you do also have settings where you have very terrible doomed worlds, but that are still in an overall setting of hope, like the Marvel multiverse nonsense, or the DC multiverse nonsense, for example. I wouldn't call, say, you know, their whole, like, metal Batman thing, you know, Batman who laughs, Noble Dark, but I would call it closer to Hope Punk than Grimdark, because at the end, you know that the heroes are going to find some way to defeat the undefeatable and so on. Deans, Abaddon should have been consumed by vengeance, for Imperium he feels wants to discard and replace him, whilst not realizing that the Chaos Gods are just using him and will never allow him to win. You know, Abaddon should have basically been backstabbed and betrayed by somebody better than him. Somebody who was more capable of, well, carrying out his ambitions. That's what should have happened to Abaddon. He should have been betrayed by somebody better. And the better part, too, would be as well if you could have him actually defeat the better guy in the end. Where the better guy backstabs him, throws him down, makes Abaddon reconsider everything, and he comes back stronger and better. And his redemption is not winning the 13th Black Crusade by, you know, changing history, but by dragging down the person who dragged him down. Mike Merchant, if Abaddon is Starscream, then who is Chuckwave? Petarabo? Maybe? Maybe? No, not the craziest comparison. Why am I building a by network down here? I don't really know. Revenue, Stamford Bridgeport, what is going to be about? Gaming, media, history, culture, politics, your war game, you both converted to Islam or feminism? Anything we're talking about at the time. We're going to mostly just, like, look at video content. So it'll be a little bit of a React channel kind of thing, where we're just going to look at all kinds of different stuff and talk about it. So there's going to be some gaming, there's going to be some politics, there's going to be all kinds of things. And we want to have it so that you guys can send in suggestions of what we should watch week to week, because that'll be funny, we think. Right, is it just you left, and you want unconditional surrender now? Right, well, I'm just going to have to take all of you, because I have claims on all of you. Right, can't take the rest? Darnation. Wait, could I puppet you? If I vassalize your ass, I could integrate you.
I have lost.
It would take a little longer, but I don't know if that's necessarily a problem. Hammer home? Who are you? I don't know. You apparently want to be one of my vassals. Huh, I was unaware. Wait. Oh. You're still just negotiating, and they may learn for themselves, yes. Right, if you want to be my vassal, I don't particularly mind that, so sure, you can be my vassal. I still don't know where you are. Where are you? Oh, there you are! Wow, you are fucking tiny, holy hell. Well, despite you being absolutely gosh darn tiny, I will accept you as a vassal, because I think I need you. I'm not entirely sure. But I'll accept you as a vassal, why not? And that probably will give me even better terms with you, won't it? Damn it, I can't vassalize them. Fuck. Right, well, just grab as much as we can of them then, and we'll just have to munch down the rest at some later point, I suppose. And all of your money, of course. And can I make you give me military reparations too? No. Oh. Right, $30 and most of your clay then. And remember, improve relations. Lovely. Right, we do need to deal with some overextension now, so there goes all of my fucking diplomatic power. Oh no, a military coalition! Right, I'm gonna have to spend a lot more to root out corruption for a little bit now, once we integrate all of these vassals. Yes, yes, yes. I know, video game. I know. I've built up an awful lot of bad boy points. I know, I know. Wait, no, I don't need to. No. Hold on. I don't need to do this because I wasn't planning on taking this for myself. God, where was the button? Hold on there. I don't need to do that, because I only needed them to be a non-tributary vassal. And Ravenmarch? Is Ravenmarch a non-tributary vassal? I don't think so. Because it's not paying me tribute, because it's a march. I think that's how that works. I think. Guess we're going to be finding out. All right, vassal! Ravenmarch, hello there. Right, man, it'd be a lot easier if I could see this light up. Cattle... Oh, there you go. Yep. There you go. Cattle sword. That's yours. Set your stand. Yep. Oh, do I have to give them to you one by one? Right, fine. One by one it is. Oh, damn it. Slightly annoying way of doing this.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Grant province, grant province, grant province. There you go. Lots of lovely provinces for you. Lots of lovely little provinces for you. There, Ravenmarch. Now you get to pay for making all of those cores. And you get to be a bigger and stronger vassal. Everybody wins. Everybody is happy. Oh, there's the Dwarven army. I was worried you'd gotten slaughtered somewhere. I'm very glad to see that you weren't all murdered. Fantastic. Okay, then. This again? Eunice Ford. Listen. You know how I feel about people finding love, okay? I don't like it. I've decided that everyone shall be legally single for the remainder of their lives in my empire. There you are. No bonds. I don't like it. And I'm capped out of military power, which I should be spending now. Fuck it. A looser square. Alright, 671. Learning of an elder. Right. Yeah, give me a little. Come on, have it. And start building that one. Big boy thing. Right. Throw manpower at it. There we go. I was going to need to sit on my ass for a few decades anyways. Allowing for all of my bad boy points to...
You ignorant slut.
to fade away, so... it's not really the worst thing, and I could get some galleasses, and I shall. Devoutedness, tolerance of the true faith, prestige, development, missionary. Okay, let's go for. Not military mission first. Right. Seize land, sell land, which will give me enough money to embrace the institution. Probably should have done this the other way around regardless. That was retarded. There, look at that. Many, many, many advances. Many, 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 many advances. Open the robe magic menu. Have you finished your studies into necromancy? 800 crowns, Jesus. Come on, I need you to study necromancy. I think necromancy sounds fun, so do it now. State firearm regiments. Whilst the technology is still in its infancy, firearms can be a deadly force on the battlefield. In order to be effective, however, firearms require regular training and steady supply of ammunition. For a regular levy army, this level of proficiency can be hard to maintain. Land maintenance modifier, army drill gain. Yes. Yes. I like the idea of all of my dudes having guns. I love that. Everyone gets a gun. You get a gun, they get a gun. The guy over there gets a gun. Everybody gets a gun. Oh, I don't have enough. Ooh, thank you. Everybody gets a gun. That's how you do this shit properly. Everyone gets a gun. Right, since I am also not planning to go to war with anyone for a while, and because I don't think anyone is going to be quite stupid enough to declare war on me for a little while, we should mothball the forts as well, get the most out of our cash flow. 30 bucks. Very nice. Very nice. I'm happy with that. Dwarven Minister. Master of Mint. Why not? Right, back to the reading part, because I was actually getting through some of the super chats, and then I got distracted by the video game. So another possible. How much for you to say moe kyun like a Japanese maid? How does a Japanese maid say moe kyun? I need examples. And if Acumen, one day I shall win a game of Hearthstone 4, and I shall do so as Hungary. That day is not today. Car forever, we need more henchmen like Raul Julia had. Also more Raul Julia. I missed the man. Oh, fuck no. Well, Crusade just joined the stream. Good to see the bitey boys on top. You angling to become emperor? Eventually, yes. But right now we're just going to let all of our bad boy points denigrate a little bit. Well, Zartak, check your vassals. Cores by clicking them on a diplomatic map mode. Cores will be stripped if they have tons of cores. It's easy reconquest. And also, we can send Sargon VTuber clips, you say? Yes, potentially. So, John, what do you think about Abaddon's daughter, Morkarth? He has a daughter? What? You have to be shitting me. You must be. Artificial creation. His adoptive daughter. That's just kind of weird, honestly. That's just kind of weird. Adam and Ackerman, no love, only breeding partners. And Vale Zartax, if you cast Undead Army, the game turns to Hotline 4. Super slow units with infinite morale. Means you need front lines. Oh. That does sound a little bit tempting, I gotta be honest. But right, okay. So, to continue the plot point I was going on about for a while there, before I was distracted by the video game and all that nonsense. If we therefore assume that Grimdark is a bit of a lazy setting, because it's one-dimensional, it relies primarily on the mystery of what is out there. Is there a way to create a richer setting? Or would it even be a richer setting? Like, how do you make a less lazy one whilst still maintaining an appeal? Because very clearly, you know, Grimdark has had quite the appeal. Adventurers dominate. What's this then? Adventurers have too much influence? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? Anyway, I can give them less influence. Can I take away their stuff somehow? I guess I can't. Damn, they're finally doing their job, and now they're becoming a problem. Why? Oh, nice. An extra point. Divakadi. Oh, right. That place does need to become a core. And Raven March. Grab that. And that. There you go. And already your armies are increasing in size. Lovely, 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 lovely. I mean, considering the whole 100% increase to potential levy sizes, I imagine that Raven March could be quite the ferocious little ally. The clergy estate. Who's least loyal? Probably actually the clergy, yeah. What do you want from me? Company for religion in Gablain is Regent's Council. Okay, I can probably do that. In fact, cancel that and send a missionary down there to take care of it. And because, okay, what if we're going to figure that out? We then have to figure out what is lazy about Grimdark. And I think we kind of have, in that it relies too much on mystery. I think the recent Trench Crusade is an excellent example of this, because a lot of Trench Crusade's appeal is basically in presenting you with a cool artwork of a demon that looks insane, and you look at it and you go like, holy fuck, what is that? How does that thing exist? What does it do? Why does it live? Like, what is its role? And then you can build up the lore around answering those questions, right? Or at least teasing the prospect of those questions being answered. Because this is what I mean, like, you kind of do like a brain tease, almost, with that. You present the audience with a cool-looking monster, and then you go, oh, hey, this is like in a larger setting. So then you can start speculating as to the nature of the monster, where it is, what it does, etc. And usually the answer is something nonsensical. Dark Legion? Well, there are many enemies. Then we'll fight set enemies. We'll raise a legion of peril to snuff out the life of those we see fit. Well, that does sound fun. Unlock the mercenary company Dark Legion. Why not? Why not? Oh, hi there. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were still exiled. You can come home now. Poor little bastards. They were stuck in a foreign land for too long. For them. Poor, poor people. I still don't know how to actually recruit those mercenaries, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Unscape safe experiments. Yeah, sure, why not? There is no room for you. Cat. No! You asked me this last year. Stop it. Like every year now, some little whip of the newfound fucker wanders into the throne room and goes like, Queen, you're too old. Like, I know. You know why. It's not a secret. Nobody is confused at this point. Too many adventurers. Indeed, too many fucking vagabonds. Fine, why not? It is a big, fancy-looking thing, so... Diplomat for honestly, that's not that useful to me right now, so I'm gonna ignore it. As very, very slowly we are beginning to convert the culture of this province. Extraordinarily slowly. And that's right, Abaddon is the biggest crab in the bucket. He can't escape on his own, but will drag down anyone who would take his freedom ahead of him. He is a pretty large crab, it is true. Yeah, sure, upgrade the center of trade. Why not? So, I think the underlying problem then is because... Oh, no, I was going to bring up the example. There was a unit that I saw in Fuck, I have lost track of my thinky pinkies again. Demon game with Crusaders and stuff, that one. Where there was a unit that was a suicided, where the ultimate sin against God was to commit suicide. And so the civilians that were apparently living in the areas occupied... Damn, that's a lot of fucking dudes you're rebelling with there. 23k, man. If only you could have had an army that large previously, you might have stood a chance to, you know, keep your freedom. That's honestly kind of impressive, right? Reposition these to take care of any revolts that might happen there, and I guess we'll stop drilling that regiment. That they would go to a special place in the city where they would then commit ritualistic suicide in order to basically flip off God, was how it was presented. But that then raises the question, there's cities near the gates to hell? There's civilians living there? And these civilians are against God. This brings up a whole lot. Oh, God. This brings up a whole lot of questions. Like, for example, why are they against God? There's gotta be some sort of demon propaganda then, because they can't be living very good lives, surely. They're living in a hell city. I mean, do they look out at the rest of the world and go like, oh, thank God we're living here, it's so nice and warm? I don't think so. Are the demons treating them well? If so, why are the demons treating them well? Inquisitive advisor. Shame, I always did like you. And there he died. My lord, what long teeth you have. I know. Stop asking questions, or else. And he kept fucking digging, didn't he? Not to mention this one. Okay, now you've got a city. All right. Does it have infrastructure? What kind of infrastructure does it have? Does it have running water? Does it have the usual, like, trivialities of civilization? Does it have jobs? Does hell have a manufacturing industry? If so, why does hell have a manufacturing industry? Does it have a civil service? Does it have healthcare? Do people live to be old enough to be, well, bother being worth suiciding themselves? And none of these questions are probably ever going to be answered because you've kind of undermined the entire principle of hell by doing this. By opening the door for hell civilization to be human civilization, you no longer have hell civilization, you have spiky men again. This is kind of the error that GW made at certain elements with Chaos, but usually Chaos was presented either as a straight-up mind-warping force, in that the people who were occupied by Chaos were completely convinced that they actually had it better than everybody else, largely because of the corrupting influence of Chaos, or because they did not know any other existence. Oh. And smack. Oh, that was nice. Or because they were actually just abused by Chaos. They were just occupied by Chaos, who was stepping on their necks with an iron-shod boot, which also explains why they would be, you know, nice and quiescent about it. And this kind of then feeds back into my point about Vampire Ruler is revealed. Again? This does happen a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, but this is still my realm. Screw you. What's wrong with you? Everybody knows. Maybe now they'll finally stop asking me about my age. That'd be nice. Alright, does that start one of those little crises thingies again? 20 or greater. Okay, 20 or greater. Right, and we'll just reboost our stability to max as everybody's like, oh my god, our rulers of empire. And the guy sitting next to him just looks at him like, yeah. She's been running the country for 150 fucking years, mate. What did you think she was, a fairy? The general civilian populace is just not particularly perturbed by any of this at all. No, it's mine now. Just don't go away. Because you rely again on that mystery, and if you start answering the mysterious questions, you start undermining your setting. In fact, if you even begin walking in the direction of answering that question, you begin to undermine your setting. Because now it's no longer about just the demons anymore. Now it's about the humans supposedly somehow living in demon towns. Yeah, we can spend some money on boosting that. We can spend power on boosting that as well. Famed harpy singer. A famous harpy singer, renowned for her voice and beauty, has caught the eyes and ears of the populace, and more importantly, the court. Significant body of opinion in the government believes that she should put her artistic and personal charms to use in the service of our government. A useful bonus to this would be strengthening relations between the Corvuria government and the harpy population. Oh, harpy, as in actual harpy. I was wondering if they'd misspelled harp, as in playing the harp. Yeah, sure, why not? I like harpies, I think. Do I? Probably. She's probably cheaper than this guy too, isn't she? Ooh, national tax modifier, plus 10. 10.72 monthly upkeep. Missionary strength, plus 2. How much more do I have to convert before... God help me. Really? How are there so many fucking people who believe so fervently in the wrong fucking god? Reduce inflation. Right, fine. Buy the missionary. God help me. So many bad boy points. So many bad boy points. So very, very many bad boy points. So very, very many bad boy points. Good God. Oh, there we go. There we are. My bad boy points have decreased to the point where people are leaving the military alliance against me. Yay. Moon elf. Wow, that sounds even gayer than a regular elf. Kind of impressive, honestly. I wouldn't have thought that to be possible. Well, I've already destroyed their haven, so... Friends in need. Ravenmark. Oh yeah, Ravenmark. If you need money, you can have money. That's not a problem. Control our trade and monopolize the herds. What was this? What does this need? Development at least 30. I can do that. Easy. Simple. Was that all? Mercantilism is at least 40. Okay, that's more difficult. Unite the folly. Oh, right, because yeah, I'm still working on converting everything. Path of Ravenmarch, import silk, dusk on the border. Okay. I need to conquer some more. Yeah. We're not doing anything offensive for a little while until our bad boy points calm down. Nothing offensive for a little while. We are simply going to sit here and allow everybody to calm the fuck down and stop looking at me so very, very aggressively. There is a lot of provincial unrest now, but it's probably just because they're upset about, you know, everything. Yes, explore. So how do you then, to return to the goddamn topic again, how do you create a setting that allows you to avoid the problems of the lazy world building? Like, how do you create a setting that is robust enough to answer the question of how does society function without needing to sidestep it or in some way reduce the integrity of the setting? And preferably also something that allows you to maintain that little bit of mystery, because everyone loves a little bit of mystery in their setting, right? Trade efficiency, trade steering, trade power abroad, yearly inflation reduction, war economy. Ooh, I do like that one. I don't think free trade is in my best interest, no. Yes. Mercantilism, thank you very much. Sounds like a far better idea. Much, much better. Ah, and Hammerholm is as content with me as it conceivably can. Beautiful. I am not sure there is an easy answer to that question. What's the second one level? Local offensive with the autonomy change. Do I need to worry about monthly autonomy change, really? I don't think so, but I also think there was a quest to rebuild it. Was there? Or did I imagine that? Ah, I've already done it. Okay, strengthen Barluard. Okay, so I don't need... I don't need to worry about that. I just need to sit back and get everything converted. That's all I need to do. Get everything converted. A couple of them are still Coronites. Tory separatists. Gosh darn. All of that unrest from the whole vampire thing is deeply upsetting, isn't it? Could I maybe fix the unrest with magic? Is there... plant growth? Oh. Plant growth would kind of do it. Yeah, cast the plant growth. That'll calm down people, at least in the grain-producing provinces. Make them nice and happy. I should start building some more stuff now that I'm no longer saving for the big expenditures. Soldiers' households, probably not really necessary. State houses. Yeah, a couple more of those. Begin getting my administration out there. I think the first point of trying to do that in a setting would be to make the setting's vibe a bit different. Because every good setting has a distinguished vibe, right? Trade family, trade power. No. Every setting has a vibe. In the case of 40k, the vibe is obviously Grimdark. In the case of Lord of the Rings, the vibe is hope in the face of an ancient, immiscible evil. In the case of Battletech, the style is, well, giant fucking robots stepping on people, with a fair bit of good old-fashioned feudalistic tradition into the mix as well. Every good setting has one of these vibes that sets the tone for what is to come. Carthorian separatists. I don't even remember where you were, but I think you were down here. And to make a vibe then that allows you to do a little bit of the mystery without making it a crutch, I think you need to start more fundamental. Instead of defining the vibe as something as just the existence of the world, or like an element of the world, you need to bake it in a little bit deeper. Elrock. My heir is dead, again. Why does he keep doing this to me? My heirs keep dying. This is why Xena is immortal, because everybody else just keeps falling over fucking dead all the time. And it's frankly a little bit upsetting. Tolerance of the true faith +2. That should also help calm people down a little bit, I hope. Now, whether or not that is possible to do, or if it's magical relic located, Sense of Adventures, and whether or not it is effective to do, that remains the question, though, because whilst I'm beginning to view the application of Grimdark as just like a setting style thing, as a little, again, lazy, I'm wondering if that isn't because people like it. I'm wondering if the mystery itself isn't a big part of why people care about it, and if trying to eradicate that part might not actually just be damaging. Like, kind of like, I'm sure the progressives thought to themselves when they were going into comics and into video games and into everything, they probably thought to themselves that they were making things better, that they were going to fix all of these things, all of these silly children's hobbies. They'd make them grow up and be more mature. Like, wow, we're gonna make all of this better. We're gonna fix it. It's gonna be a superior hobby now that we've gotten rid of all of that low-brow stuff. Maybe the low-brow stuff is actually a good part of the thing. Maybe getting rid of it isn't actually a good thing. Diplomatic reputation. I mean, I don't care about what other people think about me at this point. I'm pretty much just killing shit. Morale of navies. More separatists. Petition for redress. God, right. 10 loyalty. 13 rebel regiments there. Alright. Have at me, bitch. You really would think that they'd learned their lessons about telling me where they're going to rebel, but no. Half-elves are usually very powerful enemies to consider Croviero's nobility. Arrest him. Why not? He's probably crazy. Accept help. Revellion Society studies the God Fragment. The fuck is the God Fragment? The Rebellion Society has revealed that they have acquired a precursor artifact they call the God Fragment. This fist-shaped shard is said to be the origins of all magic in the prior material plane, our world, and that the precursor elves stole and disseminated magic from a god, which they had defeated and bound into this fragment. Whether this is true or not, whispers say the fragment's high-pitched noises is actually a language the Society have begun to decipher with the help of the fragment's original discoverer, the famous elven archaeologist Turiich. Not so much else comes from this revelation, though it seems that our society as a whole has become enamored with its artifacts. It seems it is now the best hope for unraveling the secrets of the world. Okay. Why not? Oh, Spy Master. Oh. Damn, that's a lot of you. Alright, hold on. I'm bringing the armies back to deal with you silly little zealots. There. Zealots handled. My manpower has mostly recovered. I am wondering now if my bad boy points have mostly recovered as well. Probably. Which means it might be time to eat more terrain for Ravenmark. Or... I should probably secure Ravenmarch first before I start taking on the Empire. Particularly as the Empire's probably not busy with anything right now, is it? Actually, it is fighting something. Nah, probably just a little bit of an internal snuggle struggle. Right, more Ravenmarch it probably will be then. Deans, debating an Aztec's apologies in regards to the Trench Crusade and the Discord controversy will always be one of the funniest experiences I've had. Oh, another Spy Master. That was quick. The Moon Elf people. That one. That one's got all green things on it. Right, I'll just have to get through the masquerade thingy where I refuse the masquerade to be restored. Since I am past the thing, I don't think I need it anymore. What do you want from me? Have a temple. That is a narrow strip of land to build a temple in, but... very well. Not like I am lacking the money. I am lacking decent places to build anything in, though. I think, yes, I already upgraded these. No real point in upgrading that up there. I'm only going to be fighting bush wars against the local populace anyways. Sailor increase. Nah, I've got a lot of sailors. Oh. Okay. Some of those manufactories, however, will pay for themselves. Very nice. Ah. Lovely. The very self-same second that I start using some of my money, an arbitrary pop-up comes. Right, we'll answer no to that one then. Well, Zartak, the mortally challenged our friends. Bigot? They are. They absolutely are. And Mr. Twisted Frenzy, hey Art, how does the Death Corps repopulate their ranks so fast, given how apathetic they are to human life? I assume it's not through romantic means. It is indeed not through romantic means. The Death Corps of Krieg, or the planet itself, have access to Vita womb technology. The Vita wombs are, well, basically artificial vaginas, or birthing holes, yes. Yes, birthing holes. In which new generations of Kriegmans are constantly grown and birthed out into the happy-dappy world of endless training and sacrifice for the God Emperor. So that's how they repopulate. In fact, like, they don't like the idea of even having men around. The men in the work in the factories of Krieg, prestige per development from missionary, are generally viewed as very shameful. Anyone who doesn't join the military does so because they have somehow failed in their attempt to join the military. Like they're too weak or too, or injured, like if they're injured, if they've received a crippling injury, for example. And people will generally despise them, so it's not just, if you're lucky enough, quote unquote, to be left behind on Krieg, you're not going to have a harem, unfortunately. In fact, if anything, everyone will just kind of fucking hate you. Now, somebody mentioned something about being able to upgrade all of these silly little boats. Hunt pirates. Still strong, evading fleet, mothball. Attach, allow, go to port. Mothball. But how? How does one upgrade boats into better boats? Disband, conform template, repair damage, detach, split. Build. Upgrade. There are no ships in this fleet that can be upgraded. Oh. Well, shit. I guess I don't have anything better. Right, back to being mothballed then. But I can upgrade those. I don't necessarily know why. Why even bother? Eh, sure. Make them into brigs. Why not? Everybody else is using their transports and their navies for fighting, so why shouldn't I? God, how have I not converted everything down here yet? Vampire hunters? There are no vampires here, you dog-fucking scum. Go away. There are no vampires in Corvuria. There have never been any vampires in Corvuria, and there will certainly never be any vampires in Corvuria. Says the woman who is currently ruling openly as a vampire, self-declared vampire as well. But somehow, I think that they'll still just kind of accept it and move on with their lives. Right, has my bad boy points decreased enough now for me to risk another war? Probably, but I should probably wait out the dumb little crises thingy. Dwarven Stronghold. A Dwarven Stronghold has been built. These fortifications don't cause trouble, but they have declared themselves independent. Their so-called nobles are demanding an unreasonable amount of land and that we acknowledge them as independent. What? Yeah, no, send in the military. Send in the military. Reenact Waco on their motherfucking asses. I don't fucking care. It's like, we are independent from the rest of the United States of Corvuria. Like, fuck you are? Like, fuck you are. Don't even try it. Less halflings, always good. Don't even think about it. Right, I'm gonna work on the assumption that I've reduced my bad boy points by enough now to start conquering shit. Yeah, you're allied with the Moon Elves too? Jesus, everybody loves the Moon Elves, it seems like.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to siege that awful fort again. Heavens help me. Alright. Bring the forts back up to ready status. My wallet will be in pain. But... only 7, actually, that's not bad. Anybody about to revolt? Yes, the Nathalierian separatists are. Magical study succeeds! I am now a bigger, badder necromancer. Movement speed plus 5? Sure. Movement speed would be nice. Do not allow anyone to upend my very lengthy cultural conversion of this place. It has taken a very long time, and I'd rather it not take an even longer time, if at all practicable. Thank you very much. Enemy allies. Co-belligerent. But why would I want to do that? I don't know. Nor do I necessarily care. Real Zartax, Coalition map mode to check AE, improve relation modifiers, also increases the speed of decay set. There's no Diplo advisor for it, for example. See, back in the day, they just had, like, bad boy points at the top of the screen, which, granted, the bad boy points were pretty goddamn artificial, obviously. Literally just a ticker to be like, this is how upset the world is with you. But it was easy. Traitors! Hi there. Damn it. That was more than I'd anticipated so early on. Come on, fight for your motherland. Fight for your queen. Wait. Stop rebelling now of all... Oh, Jesus. 32,000, ow. We've called in some more guys, haven't we? How very annoying of you. You didn't, did you? Ah, God damn it. Okay, fine. We'll just get to harsh treatment your asses for a while then. Come now, get in there, crush the rest of them. Ah, gosh, fucking damn it. There's only 17,000 left. So long as I don't roll 2s versus 9s, that should still be doable. Except RNGesus says no. Do the elves just like have a huge fucking modifier to their dice rolls or something? Every time I've seen them so far, they've been rolling straight fucking 9s, which is just a tiny bit upsetting, honestly. Right, well, you've separated yourself from the rest of your kingdom, so at least we can kill you nice and easy. Right, go in there, crush those. Make sure to separate yourselves. How on God's fucking good Jesus Christ cocking earth are you winning against that? Right, 10,000 versus 20,000. An easy one-sided victory to the elves. I see. Rightio then. At least these guys don't have quite as ridiculous modifiers, so that's something. You stay up there. Actually, no, never mind. We need to crush the elves. Alright, we'll just throw more dudes at them. Eventually, the 9 dice rolls will surely stop. I hope. 5 to 7 years. Hopefully the war will be over by then. Come on, my darlings. A lot of my generals have been dying, so let's make sure we get generals up. Right, that is a lot of guys. Surely, this should be more than enough. There, that's 70,000 against 10,000. There we are. Just smother them in manpower. A tiny bit hasty for moving on there with low morale, but come on, you can't be fucking serious. You cannot be serious. Apparently you can be. There we are, thank you. Fucking Christ. Right, is my siege army in there somewhere? Yes, it is. Lovely. Fucking elves. I need to take more of their stuff away. Oh, shit. And whilst I was concentrating on that, of course, everything else died.
Citizenship.
This is one game in which it might actually be a nice thing to have army automation just so you can support your allies whilst trying to do multiple things. As if I leave too many of those things over there, I might lose that battle. And if I lose this battle, I might... Alright, well, I need to bring at least one more of the armies over there. Leave 3 armies to play with the elves. My little Raven March dudes have probably gotten themselves murdered by now, I would imagine. We'll just have to try and be as zoomed out as can. Did they? They sent all of the elves over there too, didn't they? Right, send another army. Alright, well, they are bleeding very nicely. Are you... Yes, you are. Oh, that's why. You had 4,000. Okay. Roll. Good doggies. Very good doggies. Very good doggies. Very good doggies indeed. Very good doggies. This is why I love having loads and loads of giant marshes, because, Christ, they are very useful. Speaking of very useful, I can reduce that. How do you do mercenaries in this game? How do you do mercenaries? How do you do mercenaries? Subjects? No. Estates? No. Mission. Mercenaries were not a thing back when I played this years and years and years ago. Take loan, base currency, balance. Right. You haven't unmothballed it. Good. Diplomacy, exploit, development, change culture, local autonomy, land units. Mercenaries, there we go. Right, I had the Dark Legion mercenary unit. 9? Fuck. Jesus. 950, yeah. Alright, the monthly maintenance is in, what is that, manpower? I think. Does it, so it eats manpower. If I understand that correctly, and I'm not entirely sure I do. Right, well, I don't want to spend 950 bucks on a mercenary army in that case. Seems overly expensive in my opinion. Oh. Get in there. What are you doing dancing about up here for? You're making me nervous. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. God damn it. Am I losing over here too? How? Come on. I got 10,000 dudes on them. Right, now if you're gonna go in there, I should... Yep. Fucking Christ, I do not understand how the warfare functions in this mod. Right, I should have... I've got the terrain, all of the things, and I'm outnumbering them 50,000 to 10,000. Still a close run thing, but it is a victory. Spread out again. Oh. Oh, what? Did you just... You just walked in there, didn't you? Why? I must have misclicked them because I wasn't paying attention because I have 2 wars on 2 different sides of the fucking universe. Oh, did you get... You wiped them out, didn't you? Of course. Of course you get to wipe out the entire army. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Well, that's smart. That was 22,000 guys just immediately destroyed. Not great. You are doing the correct thing here, little vassal doggies. Cutting them off from their reinforcements and defeating them 1,000 guys at a time is definitely vastly superior to trying to take on their whole army. Good doggies. Alright, that makes my position over here somewhat untenable, as they could pretty much butcher me whenever they want. Can I enter that province from there? I can. Right, let's do that then. At least that way they'll have to grind themselves down on my fortresses if they want to get anything else done. Alright, any of these I would like to attack. If they come to help me, which I kind of hope they will. They won't, will they? No, they will not. Right, well, I just wasted my dudes there, as I kind of was thinking maybe my allies could come help, but they elected to not do that. Well, that was silly. I'm glad I spent a lot of time building up manpower. as I'm going through it at a rapid rate. And really, I need to build another army to make up for the one that the AI insta-deleted. Right, well, I think I'm suddenly far more interested in spending that money on the mercenaries. Right, let's put them over there. And once they finish building... 30,000 of them. Not bad. Can you? You can, but you've got no morale. I don't really want to throw you into anything just yet. Right, you two will have to spend some time just reorganizing and reinforcing. Minus 30. Jesus. Is that the cost of the fucking mercenaries? I hope not, because that's... It is. Wow, 950 to recruit. And then minus 60 to maintain. Holy fuck, that is so unbelievably not worth it. Right, well, I have them now, so I'll have to try and make them worthwhile somehow. And they're gonna get... Like, do you not have morale? Oh, is it because you're undead that you don't have morale? Don't want to abandon that. Fuck it. Oh, no. They definitely have morale. They just had not actually built up any morale. Well, there you go. A small group of a couple thousand guys. Pick that off. Every little bit helps. How are we doing over here? You are still reinforcing. The mercenary army might actually be what breaks me here, because I was not aware that they would cost such a fucking hilarious amount, after also costing a hilarious amount to purchase. But they do. Right, rebuild your numbers, and we'll try and tear out a little bit more manpower from them. Right, mercenary army. Let's try and crack the northern front first. They're hunting down the remnants of my little march, who proved very useful. At least the fortresses on the borders will bleed them quite nicely. It's 30,000 plus another 40,000. That should be enough. Tempted to attack them there, but the 25,000 behind them will definitely screw me over, so we'll simply hold and wait for now. That fort should hold out for a while and should suck up quite a bit of their manpower. Are you coming up here to attack them? I don't think I'll trust you after last time. All headed northwards. Well, you should suffer some decent attrition up there. I think I'll just let them sit on it for a little while. 42%. Oh boy. Jesus, I've lost so much fucking war resolution because of those early fights, which I was 99% sure would easily be winnable. Once you take that over, I should head up there and try to crush that army. 25,000 against 50,000? You'd think that should be a walk in the park. Think. At least the dwarves are finally down here doing their best siegey nonsense. 57. Come on, RNG. 57%. There we go. Alright, that's at 0% now. I don't want to attack it, because every time I've attacked, even with overwhelming force, they've beaten me easily, so I don't really want to go in there. You need a commander. Ah, and a good one. Nice. I don't care, video game. Don't go away. Ah, what do you want from me? Base tax 6. Sure. There you go. Right. Get in there. Get me at least one fucking victory. Now, can I get you to attach to me? What was the attach button? Supply depot, forced march. Allow attach? There. That's one fight one. Will you attach yourself to me? You will not. Right. Or maybe you will. You will. Alright, let's get in there. I prefer it if that fortress do not fall. 2-1. And terrain advantage. Of only one, which I'm slightly surprised of, but it proves to be enough. There we go. Thank you, dwarves. Dwarves are the solution to our woes, it turns out. Dwarves are the answer to all of our problems. They besiege fast and they kill fast. Oh, 12 cannons. Okay, you're actually a pretty decent siege unit then. Okay, pulling it back, slowly but surely. What can I get? Religious tradition, opinion of country from others of the same religion. Sure. Continue that. Are you about to rebel by any chance? You are. Stop that. I cannot have you rebel and ruin all of that beautiful cultural progress we've had there. That would upset me tremendously. There is our attacks. The guy you're fighting, EVR, super disciplined elves. You're not losing to RNG, you're losing to Space Marines. Low manpower, though. I think that was RNG, though. They were just kept getting 9s. I mean, our discipline should be pretty fucking good, shouldn't it? Anyway, military score is really high. Have they... Where's the discipline now? Military tactics, army tradition, discipline, 110%. So they've got more than 110% discipline. Okay. Well, that partially explains it. Clearly, I need more qualitative doctrines. Ah, thank fuck. Okay, there you go. Finally. And... Corit? Ah, a missionary. Okay, well that should be fast. We are my missionaries. My missionaries are good. I'm sure they'll get it done in just a little bit. Sujard, male feminist. Neil Gammon has been cancelled for specific allegations. You'll never guess what he's being accused of. Star Sector. A male feminist. That really does give me all the information I need. He's obviously being accused of some sort of sexual misconduct around women. I mean, what else could there be? Literally, I don't think there is any other crime that a male feminist has ever committed. Well, I don't know. That might be going a little bit too far. Let's not make them sound like saints here, but I am pretty sure sexual misconduct is the frequent one. Have a dock. I can do that. Here you go, have a dock. Neil Gammond. Neil Gammond? Or no, Neil Gaiman. I have never heard of this guy. Neil Gaiman. It sounds like a name I should know. And yet I kind of don't. What is he famous for? If anything? And Deans, the indebted to burgers estate privilege will give you 1% interest loans. That is kind of good. I feel like I should know this name from somewhere. Ah, the Super Fortress. I remember the Super Fortress and how annoying it was to besiege the first time. Perhaps we can not besiege it another time. American Gods, Sandman comic prolific author. I know none of these things. They all seem equally irrelevant to me. That's probably why I don't know him. Wait, Sandman? Wasn't that the, Sandman? Didn't... Hey, 20,000 dudes. Nice. Wasn't this Sandman... He said some wokey nonsense in the past, didn't he? I feel like I remember the Sandman author saying something... What was it? About, because he had a character Death in his comic or whatever. And the comic book character was white, because, I mean, Death, pale as a sheet and all that. And they turned her black in a movie or something. And he... vociferously defended this, like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Death could be black, just because she's always been this color in my comics doesn't mean that she couldn't suddenly be a different color. Is that guy? I feel like that was that guy. I feel like that might have been that guy. Which would, if anything, only make him more guilty. Because that is exactly the kind of thing that a very, very guilty leftist would say. And now, don't run away. Stay. And warming to the mercenaries. I think they still cost probably more than they were frankly worth, but they're pulling their weight now, at least. What were they costing? Was it because they were, like, gaining morale that they was costing, like, minus 30, which means, because I'm gaining 28, that means they were costing me, like, 60 ducats in upkeep? Continue raiding the countryside. Take all of their stuff. They were annoying enough to make this a complicated war, so I see no reason to spare them. Huh? Hi there. God, this game really does need, like, a bigger map or something. Like, some way to make it a bit easier to handle a larger war like this would be nice. Right, the dwarves are taking care of sieging down the elven super fortress, so I don't need to worry about them. You know what I miss? There was this wonderful little tab in Hearts of Iron 3 that showed every battle that was going on the right-hand side of the game. So that you had these little bubbles that said like, oh, there's fighting going on in Moscow. You're winning by X amount of percent, etc. It looks like the battle is going in your way and stuff like that. It gave you like a constant at-a-glance update of every fight that was currently ongoing. Every game with like a large scope could absolutely use a mechanic like that, so that you can see like at a glance, like, oh, my province is being besieged. Then you can click on it, be like, figure out where it is. Gain 10 prestige? Why not? That was a great mechanic. Which is why, of course, they got rid of it in Hearts of Iron 3, because Hearts of Iron 4, because Hearts of Iron 4 was largely, in my opinion, a war on good mechanics. Now, there were some good parts, like the whole production window and, you know, building everything on special little places and so on. That's really cool. I love the fact that you need to build, like, tanks individually. You can build different tanks, and you can build, like, boots and rifles and all of that. That's excellent. I love that mechanic. But getting rid of the pop-up customization was one of the dumbest fucking things ever, I swear to God. Such an awful decision. It's like, oh, but the pop-ups aren't elegant enough. I don't fucking care. They're informative. It's like, put them in a better font, I guess, or give them a little golden outline or something. Like, it's not informative. Well, no, it is informative. That's the problem. It's incredibly informative. It's fantastic for informative uses. It's just that there's some dude at Paradox decided that it didn't look pretty enough for him. Right, I own pretty much all of your stuff now. Perhaps it is time for you to give me all of your things. Wow, you have a bank. And promise never to bother me ever again. There, all of your money, and all of your money for the next 20 years, please. Oh, finally, I can make it a core. Right. Get down there. Do not let anybody rebel in that awful province. 1,000 crowns. And war reparations. Good, good, good. I feel like I should strive to cripple these motherfuckers harder, honestly, but they're already giving me most of their stuff, so I suppose it's not too bad. I can't vassal you, can I? No, I cannot. Right, well, give me all of your border provinces then. There. And so Kruvaria grows larger yet again. Right, we do not need you mercenaries anymore because you are hilariously expensive. Although, you're not that expensive. I almost feel like I could just kind of keep them around, honestly. They've got 10 plus discipline, so they are going to be slightly better than my regular dudes. I think I'm just going to keep them. I think they're mine now for the immediate predictable future. You're overextended. Don't worry, I'm about to not be overextended. Now, my little Raven March might be. But that, as they say, is none of my problem. Seriously, why do they not allow you to pick multiple provinces to give them at once? The mind boggles. Grand Province. Grand Province. Grand Province. There. I think I'll keep those two, just because I think they look cute. You are much larger now, Ravenheim. Please fight better in the next war. You did kind of disappoint me in that one. Land maintenance modifier is always great. Right, you can mothball the forts again now. And the bad boy points are back up again. Oh, don't worry about it. I need some time to recover anyways. I should probably pay back the loan, shouldn't I? Yes. There you are. The Exotic House military has 10% discipline. Aldebar gets 5 discipline. The 10 infantry ability and 10 fire damage probably got army idea groups on top. So they probably got like, yeah, 10-30% advantage. And this explains some of it. I still feel like they did really well, but
You ignorant slut.
shut up, Lum Lum. Revenants, which Europa Universalis is this again? This is 4. 5 isn't out yet, is it? Oh no, Graham, Streamlabs. Hi, Arch. There were some issues with Streamlabs, so I send this game just in case. What do you think about the trailer of a new game for the old devs of Witcher 3, Blood of Dawnwalker? Also, when will be Witcher 3? Also, Star Sector. Hopefully this month. I swear to Jesus. Hopefully this month. I feel like this is not worth it. I feel like that is just not worth it at all. Right, I have a fuck ton of money. What should I spend it on? A slightly larger army. So I have 3 maneuver armies now and 1 siege army. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is give the siege army 2 more cannons. And I should probably make another maneuver army. Yeah, that would probably be the wise thing to do. Ooh, army template. I did not know this was a thing. Huh. Nice. And then it's auto set. Nice! That is a good tool. That is an excellent tool, actually. I like that. Yeah, that's a fantastic tool. That is a fantastic fucking tool. I love it. Deus Vult! There, that makes cultural conversion cheaper. I get cause belie against anybody who does not believe the same as me. Everything's hunky-fucking-dory. Now I just need to wait for that silly little vampire uprising. Crush it. Speaking of... 9,000 dudes. Is that all? Was that all you could mobilize? 9k guys? Alright. Open rule rules. Fuck you. Xena warrior princess will be... Did you just... Did you move one province, stop, and then start sieging another fortress? Die. There. Xena, the warrior princess, will rule openly and clearly. I'm kind of looking forward to 5. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to 5. I don't know, like... In many ways, I view Hearts of Iron 4 as a bit of a downgrade from 3, especially in the case of feelings. Like, definitely in the case of feeling. Like, 3 makes you feel as if you are waging a war. Oh, hell. Hello. Oh, boy. I said you come to the Busilari conquest of Galem. Castraga, Ebertil, Nurgigit, Ebertual, Liperspon, Ebentin, Abrukrix. I don't fucking know who any of these people are. I don't even know where these people are. Down here, presumably. Maybe? Are you invading the Middle East again? Can you handle this war without me? Because I'm not really going to be much help. Well, you've joined me in a war before, so fine. Who am I at fucking war with now? Ah, Africa. Okay. Alright. Actually, I would love to get, like, one province at least. It's a little very tippy-top there to try and get some colonies going, but... They are colonizing the shit out of this place. Wow, that is a giant hole in the ground. That is just like a giant fucking crater, isn't it? What the fuck happened here? Who the hell is even over here? Various colonial powers. I want colonies too. I feel stifled by being the only old world power over here. Yeah, I'm the only one who's stuck back here in the old world while everyone's playing around in the new world. It's upsetting. Oh, I didn't answer the question, did I? No, I didn't. Oh, shit. Well. Yeah, my fleet's still repairing for being mothballed, so I can't help you there. Sorry. I didn't answer the question about the fucking Dawnwalker game. I don't know is the answer to that question, because they've only released that little, like, trailer thingy, and it's got, like, 5 seconds of gameplay at the very end of it, which... I can't really judge much from 5 seconds of gameplay. I hope it's good. I would certainly prefer if it's good, particularly considering the fact that, of course, CD Projekt Red is going a bit full-on retarded these days, and they don't seem to be interested in backing down immediately either. They seem to be fairly committed to their good old-fashioned DEI agenda, even though they did also say that they didn't have Sweet Baby Inc. working on any of their projects, but that could also very easily be just a verbal sidestep, basically, to be like, oh, Sweet Baby Inc., now, we've never heard of this company, never heard of them. Now, Sweet Baby Inc. 2.0, but it's actually us, trust us. That company, oh yes, that company's working on our game right now. Missionary Strength +2, yes, yes, yes. Enforce those religious laws. Get this fucking piece of shit place converted, goddammit. I feel like I am converting less. How the fuck? Surely I had these places converted already. How the fuck? Is it because I'm just not stamping it out quickly enough? It probably is. And religious unity, everything. Come on, we gotta be able to stamp these little fucks out at some point, surely. You'd think. You'd think. My boats are still not fully repaired, and even were they fully repaired, I'm worried that there's a lot of enemy boats, but there's a lot of friendly boats too. It does have vampires in it, which I like, and I think the main character is a vampire too, which I also like. I did also, however, hear that there was like a 30-day time limit to complete the main quest and save your family. That I do not like. I fucking despise arbitrary time limits in games. I hate that shit. I fucking hate the shit out of that shit. Alright, so let's risk dipping our toes in the water, shall we? I hate that shit a lot. I fucking despise it. Because it makes me feel immediately as if I'm under pressure, and I know that annoys me too, especially when it's like just kind of just a thing that's going on. It's like, oh yeah, you have got 30 days. Like, I kind of wish I didn't know now. But at the same time, I also know that if you hadn't told me, I would have gotten really fucking upset as well. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, your entire family's been murdered. Why? Well, you see, you went over the 30-day time limit. What fucking 30-day time limit? Oh, didn't I tell you? No. Yeah, that would be worse. That would be worse. I can't deny it. But I still hate the entire mechanic of it. Going down here feels risky. Yeah, 63 enemy ships there, 55 enemy ships there. Now, granted, they're virtually all fucking transport, so you'd think I'd do pretty good with 36 big boats. At the same time, every time I think I've been doing fairly well in the Navy game, I've gotten my ass fucking handed to me, so... Perhaps I should not assume so much, and instead just continue to go around here picking off the tiny little fleets as I find them. Orcish slavery pays off. All is well. The orcs remain slaves, everybody's happy. 129 boats. Christ. Every time I think I'm beginning to get a decent-sized navy. Global trade. You think that's a good thing, and it is, but trust me, it's also going to bring some weird shit into your country. Even more big boats. The age of unraveling is about to end. That sounds good. Unraveling sounds negative. Sounds like something terrible happened in this age. Surely the next age will be much, much nicer. The age of happiness. The age of fluffy fluff prosperity and all that. The age of happy dappy canaries. Singing and dancing in the rain. No, 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 no. Uh-oh. See, this is the point at which I wish to retreat from the naval combat. Please. Please leave. Thank you. Okay. Lost 9 galleons. I am beginning to think that the galleons are not really worth it. 100 crowns, 2,000 manpower. Yeah, sure. I'm beginning to think like the galleons are honestly a little bit of a dead weight. They get blown up a lot. A real lot. Or the galleasses, more correctly. There, just more galleons then. If you transfer occupation before signing peace deal, it'll get given directly to the vassal. You can shift-click province to select multiple. I thought I tried that. Maybe I just imagined myself shift-clicking. And check coalition map mob, stop hedging me. I have a feeling half the continent is bright red. Yes, but who cares? So what? They're not gonna do anything about it. Fine, coalition map mod. See, nobody gives a shit. Nobody. Like, it's only these people up here who are a little bit annoyed at me. That's it. And the world is fine with me doing what I'm doing. Like, nobody really has any particular objections to any of this. Speaking of, I should spend diplomacy power. There, production. The entire world loves me, and for good reasons. I mean, really, what have I been doing that's wrong? I've been launching military operations against savages near the hinterlands of civilization. I'm pretty sure everybody else is just thanking me. I'm pretty sure they're happy for what I'm doing. Whew. Cardesti criminals. Letter of the law. Kill them all. Now. The Withering. That sounds bad. It was a long night, longer than usual. At first, the new inmate wouldn't shut up, no matter what me and my fellows did. The Cardesti bastard would scream and beg us for freedom for his life. And, well, we thought not of it at first. Just a root getting used to the rot, as they do. After some time, at least a few hours, I reckon, the screaming stopped. And I thought, well, that new inmate had enough of it and fell asleep. Good for him. So I let my eyes close down for a few minutes. Next thing I know, there was screaming again. I got up to look, but this time it wasn't that Cardesti. I could tell it was my pal patrolling the dungeon, so rushed to see what in the name of all hells could be going on, since he never spooked so easy none. I found him flat on his ass, pointing at the prison cell with a new bloke, arm shaking, trying to say something, but only making chattering sounds. So I grabbed my cudgel and went closer to look, and what I saw, the Cardesti, the traveller, was rotting. Same lad was alive and whole just a few hours back, but now he was a bloated corpse. Looked like gangrene, more foul than the fires of hell. His jaw was off his throat, out, sorry for the graphic description, but it's still with me. His mouth and throat had fallen off. I reckon that's why the screaming stopped. I'd never seen anything like it. Something had rotted away the poor bastard's body and soul, decaying him. Still see it when I close my eyes. Took the body out, we buried it, poor bastard. At least now he's finally getting his rest. Did I do that? I might have done that, it's fine. It's fine. If I did do that, then it was probably my intent to do it. Although, there are a lot of people who don't like me around here, that is kind of true. I do have a lot of officials, so I suppose we can dispatch some to improve my public relations a little bit, as there are indeed those who seem upset with my behavior. That fulfills the path of Ravenmarch. Ravenmarch set path for us to follow into Castanor, and with the various adventurers now instead squabbling duchies, it is time for a true kingdom to step in. I'm still working on uniting the fucking folly. I mean, I must be converting them at a pretty rapid clip, but no matter how many I convert, it just doesn't seem to fucking do anything. They must be spreading just faster than I can goddamn convert them. Which is a little upsetting. I'm just converting to a new faith. Yeah.
You ignorant slut.
I'd think I would get some religious zeal too to protect my recently captured provinces, but nope. Apparently not. The question is, which one of these provinces are actually spreading stuff all the time? Which one of you are constantly spreading it? Religious zeal seems to be all that pops up. It's spreading a lot faster than I can possibly contain it, even with like 7 fucking conversion. It is spreading so goddamn fast. Nearby provinces. I mean, is that really a nearby province? Holy fuck. Oh no, so long as it's here and there are provinces, it can spread too. Alright, so by nearby provinces, we mean just any fucking province on the entire fucking map that touches them, I guess. Right. I think my next job then is going to be to burn those places to the ground. As I will never come claim Ravenmarch at this rate. I really figured that the max level fucking priestly thing would have helped out quite a bit, but... Production efficiency, maybe... Is there one that increases it even more? The goddess of love, aggressive expansion. Yeah. Yes, apparently we just need to burn them to the ground. That's gonna be quite the war, although, well, that one's sorta pseudo nearby. Hopefully, even just burning one of them will make it a little bit easier to deal with the remainder. Although first, I do need to wrap up this war, but it looks like my allies have made landfall, so... that should reduce the silliness quite quickly. Keep building big-ass boats. Eventually, we will have an army of nothing but huge fucking boats. And then, we can win all the naval battles. Ooh. Like that one. I'd love to hunt down those 19 boats over there. Anything for more naval tradition. Don't worry, friends, I'm coming to save you. See? Save you, I did. Unfortunately, I saved you at the point where you'd pretty much already lost, and so the enemy was able to retreat immediately without me actually being able to do any damage to them, but still. Maybe we just sit over here besieging their coast for a while. I'm sure that'll upset them. Unless they send their enormous fleet of like 100 warships to go kill me, in which case I'll be upset. Right. Did this thing finally get cored? I did complete that mission, right? No. Calvaria has onus religion, has onus culture. Calvaria, region council, yep. Both of those. Has marketplace, a trade depot, or a stock exchange. Says dock or dry dock. Marketplace, shipyard. Ah, no dock or dry dock. Okay, well we can easily fix that. I think, until it moved its next building slot to the next thing over. Alright, cancel the building of that state house and build the dock. Oh. I gotta get rid of the shipyard to do that. Fine. Destroy the shipyard then. There. Dock. Very specific of you. Anything else? Marketplace, it does, has a shipyard or a grand shipyard building. Wait, but it just said I couldn't have both of them. I'm confused now. Adventurer insults the clergy. Punish the adventurer. Alright, let's get you to 40 then. I thought I just unlocked the slot for the second building. Apparently, I misread that. Right, keep building the dock so I can build the other one. Free policy. Culture conversion costs nothing particularly useful. Although, perhaps converting their culture will make them a little bit easier to convert religiously as well. Yes, get rid of the goblins. Only Corvuria culture shall be allowed here. No goblins, no greenskins. No subhumans of any kind will be allowed. But elves will be. Elves are still subhuman, don't get me wrong. Ah, there it is. But elves will be allowed because they're good, they're nice to look at. That is the only reason why they will be allowed to continue. Oh, hi. Oh, right, I remember now. I did the whole, like, I'll totally help you in a war for independence thing a while back. And apparently they picked this precise moment to declare it. I don't know if I think that was particularly fucking intelligent, but... Alrighty then, I guess we're fighting the elves. You are not gonna hold on there for long enough for reinforcements to arrive? Nope, you are not. Alright, all my dogs of war are flooding in from every single fucking corner of the map. This suddenly became a weirdly large war all of a sudden. Jesus, hi. What the fuck? Alright, well, they've apparently been asking a lot of people to help them with their independence, which is nice. You know, that means I don't have to do it all by myself, so... good, I guess. I just wasn't really expecting to get dragged into World War III on the continent all of a sudden. But hey, if I liberate them, then surely they will be my friend instead of my enemy, so that's good. That was a lot of dudes you just spawned there. I don't think I want to let you go anywhere else, so if you could please die, that'd be lovely. This is a confused little fucking fight. But I'm all here for it. All right. Elves. They're going to siege my stuff. They are going really far to siege my stuff. Where are you going? There, you have been caught. In a trap largely of your own fucking creation. Well, at the very least, it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy war, so that's nice. Well, give me the opportunity to raid a bit more farmland, maybe gain some more settlements. Maybe force the elves to pay for more of my army. And generally, just larger building programs. I mean, hell, the elves over here paid for half my fucking kingdom's upgrades already. The real Zartax, on the buildings, there's a tiny button with a plus symbol on it. It's expanding infrastructure gives a building slot among other bonuses. That one? Oh, expand infrastructure. That's kind of nice. Like building roads and shit. Who doesn't love roads? Ah. Sort of kind of stuck there. This war will be over quicker than the other one. A lot quicker. Right, I guess they pieced out one of the combatants, sadly, without giving me any money, which upsets me. I suppose we'll simply just have to, you know, notch this up as a war fought primarily for honor rather than for benefits and loots. Fucking vampire hunters. I mean, I will say one thing about having all of my provinces constantly converted back and forth. It does give me a ridiculous prestige income. Like a genuinely ridiculous prestige income. Because every few months, I convert another province, which gives me another like 4 or 5 prestige. So I've pretty much been maxed out of prestige this whole time. Which is nice. There. Finally, we can integrate it and secure our southern flank at long last. Now, I just gotta go burn other people's religious items. Means 1 center of trade of 30. Well, I don't know, but don't worry about that too much. University. Yes. I would like universities. In fact, can I build them now? I can. Local development cost. That sounds good. Put them on there. And money. So how much is my cap now? 94,000. That's a lot of dudes. Nope. We are not recruiting goblin ministers. I do still have certain standards in this nation, and keeping goblins out of public office is one of those standards. Have you seen a goblin? Do you have any idea how disgustingly filthy they are? No. They shall not be allowed to hold public office for obvious fucking reasons. Come on now. You don't even need to ask this silly question. They are obviously not going to be allowed to run anything. Imagine all of the good boy points I will get for liberating the elves. I should befriend them. Yes. If there's any sense in them, maybe they'll be open to becoming vassals. Enables Galliot. It's another galleon, which means its too is probably useless. Too many things are moving on the map now. It's getting laggy. Why are you sitting 32,000 dudes just over here? Did you run out of transport ships? They probably all got sunk, didn't they? Well, luckily, the enemy doesn't appear to have any sort of a, you know, army or anything. So I guess we don't need to worry. No. Keep the light ships on trade protection duty. That's what they're there for. That's what they're good for. Cities. Lose stability? Fine. I don't want to lose stability if at all possible. Improved in naval technology. Spare no expense. We need bigger boats. Precursor translation. Yes? Speaking of, am I still studying magic? I don't think I'm studying magic anymore, am I? I want to study more magic. I want to become a very powerful necromancer because I'm... Well... Jesus, yeah, I can't even convert these anymore. Oh, fuck, 12. Still can't convert them, huh? That is... disturbing. There, okay. Renowned necromancer. More. 1,021 crowns. Fuck. Nope. More necromancer. More. I don't even know what it does. I just want to be a really good necromancer. That's the only thing that matters. Tempted to start my golden age, but I probably shouldn't do so. Not until I'm ridiculously huge and can benefit enormously from it. So, is this war down here ever going to stop warring? You're just besieging a fort in the desert with no progress. As this poor army just gets starved. The only progress we're getting is from just blockading the shit out of their coastline. Well, that is one way to win a war, I guess. Just wait until the enemy runs out of everything? Food, import materials, silks, luxuries. Till they just grow tired of war in general and give up. Whichever one comes first. I was playing a bit of Stellaris again the other day. Because I saw that it had a Starship Troopers Federation mod. And immediately I was like, oh, that'll be fun. And wow, they have managed to make the war resolution and the combat in general worse. Which is truly impressive. I didn't think there was a... Open the lodge and take their gold. Institution spread? Oh, definitely. I didn't think there was a way to make Stellaris combat worse, as it's largely just, you have two numbers. You rub the two numbers up against each other, and the largest number wins. Oh, suddenly we're losing by minus 31. That's terrible. And we lost control of everything over here, somehow. This seems to be a little bit of a dead-end war, I gotta say. I'm sorry, Busilar, I don't think you're pulling off any big successes with this. No big successes at all. The poor Dusilars. I am sure they wished for and deserved better, but they did not get it. Now, resume your drill work, me boys. We've got religious centers to burn in the not-too-distant future. Really? You're a valid rival for me. Huh. Now, you are all kinds of friendly with me, aren't you? I can't infiltrate you with vampires because you are, sadly, an elven nation. And I don't think I can vassalize you either, sadly. No, minus 1,000 for having more than 100 total developments. Right, fair enough. Something tells me that Ravenmarch hasn't quite managed to deal with their newfound territories yet. More manufacturing? Trade deposits? How's my trade doing? Really, really, really good. That's how my trade is going. 23.9 ducats collected from trade. Really, really good is how my trade is going. Keep upgrading manufacturing then. More and more and more and more money. More goods, more silks, more stuffs. God damn it. The diet again. What do you want this time then? Base manpower at least 22. There. Happy now? I could summon a diet, or I could take all of your stuff and then sell it back to you. I understand why the locals would be so upset about that. Center of trade? Well, trade power, institution spread plus 10. That would be good. Yeah, that's fucking stupendously expensive, but sort of worth it. I can see why they're upset about it. You take their land for no particular reason, and then after you've taken their land, you then ask them to buy the land back from you. Drills for the artificer privilege will enable the wholesome plundering of high temples. Artificer's privilege. What is this? Artificers. I don't think I have any artificers yet. Is not already researching an invention. Am I researching an invention? I have no idea, but maybe it's because I'm researching magic. That might be it. Everybody else is getting merchants but me. Very upsetting. Right, where was that damn thing? There it is. Okay, who owns it? You owns it. Are we, do we have a truce or something? No? We do. Breaking truce. Yes, fuck. Fuckers. What about this? Rogiperia. Do I have any reason to attack you? You are allied with a lot of fucking people. You are allied with a lot of fucking people. That is going to be, well, frankly just annoying. 106k cannons. Fuck. Alright, not that one then. What about you? Nurkisur. You are allied with even more people. Damn. We have some dense alliances up to the north, as it turns out. Every time I feel like I'm getting a decent-sized army or advantage over somebody, there turns out to be somebody even larger nearby. Maybe I would like to get myself a second march. I could probably subjugate the dwarves. They're already providing me 23,000 dudes down here, so another bunch of dwarves couldn't hurt. Ah, holy war. Show superiority. Lovely. And your armies are significantly smaller. Perfect. Oh wait, you're allied with those guys? Huh. I thought I needed their provinces. Apparently I do not. In the coalition against Corvuria. Oh no, I have a coalition against me? Who? Ah. I see. Is that why you all are getting so uppity with me? Aha. Now I get it. You're ratting yourself together, you little shits. Okay. Well, don't worry about that. We're going to take care of that very, very quickly. Alright. We will dispatch all of our best ass kissers. Still don't know why I'm building a spy network down here, honestly. Claims? Maybe? Possibly. We will dispatch an army of our finest ass kissers to take care of all of that ill will that they have built up against me for entirely unreasonable reasons. As I've really done nothing against any of them. Diplomatic reputation, that would actually not be a terrible idea at all. It's gonna cut into my earnings a fair bit, but that's fine. We need to be able to get the story out there that the poor nation of Corvuria has been the victim of vile slander, rather than it actually being a massive hive of scum and villainy, as some seem to consistently suggest. I don't know when I picked up these two tiny little transport ships, but they'll be happier over here. No. Skills. That's the thing I have to accept. That takes ability hits. I do not wish. Queen invited to debate. I think I made some decent points. Refuse to go. That's the best way to make sure you do not lose at a debate, is to simply just not participate in the debate. You could argue that that is cowardly. But, so what? Unironically, it's kind of weird, but that has become the standard, hasn't it? There was a period where, like, everyone was on the whole debating each other train. And that was viewed as, like, one of the best ways to push forward everyone's ideas and positions. And it turned out that it didn't really convince anyone most of the time, if indeed ever, really. And there was so much to lose, but so little to gain. Even if you delivered an excellent performance, you wouldn't really convince anyone on the other side of anything. So you wouldn't bring anyone over to your own point of view. But at the same time, if you did terribly, you would not only lose your own supporters, but you would quite frequently get thrown under the bus by others around you who shared your worldview until you managed to fuck up. Age of the Witch Kings. Plural? The end of the Green Tide heralds a new era forged by war and clouded by cults of personality. But what happens when magic goes unchecked? What happens is a land where the rules of old society no longer matter. The Scani Wars of Consolidation. Which kingdom has aroused Nikma himself? Did all of you people just start declaring war on each other? Because if you do, that would be lovely. Because that means I can start declaring war on you to get rid of that fucking awful religions of yours. Ha. I mean, that doesn't look very nice, does it? Digging hold. It doesn't seem like my professional ass-kissers are honestly doing all that much. Yeah, it really doesn't. It seems as if they're not really succeeding in convincing anyone to not continuously declare war on me. That's upsetting. Carbines. Chambered cannons. Maybe quality idea is on the market then. I think so. I think so. I think if the game is going to continue hitting me over the head with constant warfare, which it does seem interested in doing, then the best way to respond is to start hitting back. Real Zartax, the exception is subjugation cause belie, which can vassalize any size Deus Vult cause belie from religious ideas super strong until imperialism cause belie later. Now, I fear that if I do go for them here, it'll bring in these guys. Oh, no, it will not. Spring of co-belligerents. Right, so the co-belligerents won't actually join the war. Wait. Did you... You did leave the Alliance, didn't you? Oh. Well, that's nice. My aggressive expansion is still probably really high.
Fire is the answer.
Where can I see my aggressive expansion? Government? Courts, no. Well, I think it'd be a military tab, honestly. Power projection. I don't know. I do not know. Is he in a coalition map mode? Huh. Expansion minus 77? Okay. Well, they are pissed off with me for silly reasons. And they don't seem to be calming down anytime soon. Are you dwarves, by the way? You are, aren't you? Hammerhome, I mean... That certainly sounds dwarven. Yeah, I think you're dwarves. Good. More dwarven marches. Mercenary company unavailable. Many. Wait, did they... No, they didn't disappear. They're still there. Okay. I was wondering if my mercenary company had gone away too, but it had not. In exchange for favors, do you accept? You know what? Yes, because it would actually kind of be nice to bring you in a war against the Empire in the not-too-distant future. In fact... Ugh, 745,000. Yeah. Going to wars against the Empire still seems like it's gonna suck. $750,000. Tyrannical nobles. So what? Norse, disagree. Known several people who benefit much from listening to different debates on various topics. See your point for the people debating, though. Yeah, and I really don't think there's enough to gain from it. It seems like a high-risk, low-reward adventure more often than not. Not to mention as well, to have a decent debate, you need to go into it with the assumption that everyone will be participating in good faith, and that is, if anything, even rarer than gaining something from it. Ah, abductions. Good. Xena abducts 1,000 men to carry out experiments on them. Yeah, no. Send soldiers against them. Simple. You don't get to question my hobbies. You are but peasants. Oh, that was kind of a terrible leader. Ah, slightly better. Gotta keep your drills up, lads. I guess I shall just have to sit here for a little bit. A golden figurehead. That does sound nice. Do that. Wait for the coalition to calm down a little bit. Maybe do a couple of small wars. And then focus in on dealing with the church, because I think the church is currently what's stopping me from advancing anywhere on my tree. Potentially South Castor as well. And the borders. Yes. I think the church is a bit of the problem. Start burning a little bit of that, get a few more marches, and prepare for repeated wars against the Empire with my ally Busilar at my side. Those are gonna be nasty fucking conflicts. And I really hope they get involved in some more big wars so I can grab more of their stuff easily without needing to take on their entire goddamn nation every time. If not, well, I guess we're gonna have to build a lot of really big fortresses on the border and hope they run out of manpower before I do. Oof. That will be terrifying, but necessary. Let's see. What else have we got this week? Probably we'll do Vampire tomorrow, trying to wrap that up again. There should only be like 1 or 2 more streams left of Vampire, I think. And then we're starting the Thursday streams with Sargon this week as well. Which will hopefully be quite a lot of fun. I think it will be. I think it will be. Until next time, chat, thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you all again soon. Have a good night, chat.